start at the Z receiver position. Isaiah Horton, Derek Meadows, Ryan Williams, Latsier Brooks, Cole Adams, all names we're going to call in some order or another at some point today.
And the thing is, you left off Josh Cuevas and Jeremy Bernard as potentially not playing a whole lot in this game, if at all. They have proven what they're capable of doing. You know that they're reliable sources. Rest them up in preparation for next week.
Same with Parker Brailsford, obviously, at center as well. Defensively, LT Overton getting his last regular season start in Tuscaloosa, along with Tim Keenan III, James Smith at defensive tackle, and then Yanze Pierre at the Wolf linebacker will give us the four-man front look. Deontay Lawson, Justin Jefferson at linebackers with Dejon Lee, Xavier Brown, Bray Hubbard, Keon Sabb, and Deshaun Jones at the Husky. A lot of Red Morgan from the Husky position as well.
And you're probably not going to see as many starters on the defensive side sitting out for today, just from a standpoint of they rotate so much. It's good to go ahead and get the reps in.
Those are your starters for the Tide offensively and defensively. A little earlier than normal, but we are going to step aside for our final pregame break, and then we're going to carry the Senior Day festivities for you live here on our radio network coverage, and then go right into kickoff. So again, a tad earlier than normal, but we are indeed wrapping up our countdown to kickoff, presented by Spire, your natural gas provider. Switch to natural gas and save with big rebates from Spire. We're back right after this on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
This has been the Countdown to Kickoff Show, presented by Spire, your natural gas provider. Switch to natural gas and save with big rebates from Spire. Alabama football is also brought to you by Guthrie's, home of the original chicken finger and proud partner of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Visit us in-store or online at Guthrie'sChicken.com. Roll Tide. Coming up next, Alabama Crimson Tide football on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Get power to spare with a Honda generator for the ultimate tailgate experience. Honda gives you economical, portable power when and where it's needed most. It's perfect for powering a TV, crock pot, blender, or a variety of other party favors. And best of all, these gasoline-powered generators all have easy-starting, dependable Honda engines. We'll get the party started and keep it going. Get turned on to a reliable Honda generator. It's perfect for the ultimate tailgate experience.
Did you know that 90% of a child's brain develops by age 5? From birth to age 5, your child's brain is growing faster than ever. And guess what? You are your child's first teacher. Talking, singing, playing, and reading every day helps your child learn and thrive. Singing boosts memory. Playing builds problem-solving skills. Reading grows vocabulary. Talking teaches communication. Alabama's children deserve a strong start because the early years matter the most. Visit the Alabama Department of Early Childhood Education at children.alabama.gov for tips and tools.
Aw, shucks. The game's on TV, but I can't listen to the call of my favorite team broadcasters.
Never fear, Sync My Game is here.
Sync My Game?
Yes, Sync My Game. If you have a DVR and streaming device, head to syncmygame.com from Learfield. It's never been easier to hear the impassioned voices of your favorite radio crew synced with the TV.
Wow, thank you, Mr.
Just remember, syncmygame.com.
If you're looking for the best selection in Crimson Tide apparel, look no further than the Soup Store. The Soup Store is every Bama fan's ultimate destination for the hottest gear and accessories, with 3 great locations around campus to serve you: in Tuscaloosa on campus at the University Student Center, on the Strip in front of Bryant-Denny Stadium, and on Bryant Drive. If you can't get to Tuscaloosa, shop the Soup Store online at soupstore.ua.edu. The Soup Store is a proud partner of Alabama Athletics. Company, the official ice supplier of the Crimson Tide. Whether you need ice in bulk on a construction site, in your restaurant or convenience store, or just at home for your next family event or tailgate, be sure to trust the same exceptional service the Tide does with a locally owned company. York Ice has been keeping Alabama cool since 1990 and can help with your needs across the state, all from their convenient location in downtown Tuscaloosa. York Ice Company is a proud supporter of the Crimson Tide. Visit them at yorkicecompany.com for more information.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
There are 5 statues sitting gloriously in front of Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. They depict not only Alabama's national championship coaches, but also the greatest tradition in college football.
The Crimson Tide will not be denied.
5 men of granite, literally and figuratively, forever appreciated, forever remembered. 2 of these great coaches represent the beginning of that tradition, Coaches Wallace Wade and Frank Thomas. 2 of them did it better than anyone ever, Paul Bear Bryant and Nick Saban. And for reasons that are obvious, it is those 2 who receive the lion's share of the attention. It is their names, along with that of President George Denny, the architect of what occurs on this hallowed ground, that are forever chiseled on college football's most cherished cathedral, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. But today it seems appropriate to revisit the wisdom of that 5th national championship coach, whose granite likeness stands eye to eye with the other 4.
Alabama defeats Miami. Number 2 beats number 1.
Coach Gene Stallings was a tough, no-nonsense Texan and a beloved disciple of both Coach Bryant and the legendary Tom Landry. And it was he, with one of his teams facing a similar opponent and perhaps looking ahead to a more glamorous opponent, was known to say, "If you don't think this game is important, try losing." Yes, Bama is coming off of a disappointing loss. And yes, the Tide faces a must-win game next week in the Iron Bowl. But none of that will really matter if today doesn't matter. Here's hoping that this week, perhaps there's a little osmosis between the Bama football building and a certain ranch in Paris, Texas. From Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, and with Bryant, Saban, Wade, Thomas, and Coach Gene Stallings just outside, regally adorning the Walk of Champions, Bama and Eastern Illinois. Next.
Here we go. It's time for Alabama Crimson Tide football.
Makes a catch, trying to split defenders, makes them bang into each other, stays on his feet, breaks a tackle, scores, scores, scores.
On the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield, brought to you by Golden Flake, the official potato chip of the Alabama Crimson Tide. All-State, you're in good hands. Bud Light, proud sponsor of Alabama Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Cadence Bank. Cadence Bank is a proud partner of the Crimson Tide. Alabama football is also brought to you by Coca-Cola. Fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola. Chick-fil-A. Order online with the Chick-fil-A app to cater your next tailgate party. Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealers today. Toyota. Let's go places. Guthries, home of the original chicken finger and proud partner of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Visit us in-store or online at GuthriesChicken.com. Roll Tide. Ford, proud partner of the Crimson Tide. Hellman's Real Mayonnaise. Do dip with Hellman's and do no wrong. And by Barkley GMC. Barkley Buick GMC, where Barkley makes it easy.
Go Bama! Roll Tide!
Now, here's the voice of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Chris Stewart.
sun making its way through a few clouds that are dissipating as we speak here in Tuscaloosa. The final home regular season matchup of the year for the Crimson Tide as 10th ranked Bama takes on the unranked Panthers of Eastern Illinois University. Welcome, everybody. So glad to have you with us. The Vice President, General Manager of the Crimson Tide Sports Network is Jim Carabin. Our producer engineer is Tom Stipe. Our video producer, Ethan Carabin. Studio engineer, Jerry Kelly. Broadcast host, Roger Hoover. Color analyst, Tyler Watts. Our Cooks Pest Control sideline reporter, Corey Reamer. Our spotter, Butch Owens. Our scoreboard host, Jet Ainsworth. And coming up after all is said and done today, Ray Robertson and Christian Miller will be your post-game host. So glad you're with us, and so glad the Tide is getting ready to honor its seniors and also America with our national anthem. But that's not yet. I went for the pump fake. The seniors, in a matter of moments, will be recognized. Their parents are out on the field, and a chance again for Alabama to recognize the young men who have given anywhere from a season to, in the case of some, 5 or 6 at the University of Alabama. In just a matter of moments, we'll turn it over to Tony Giles, the public address announcer here at Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, to introduce those seniors to the crowd. And again, a very special opportunity. Corey Reamer down on the field. You've gone through one of these. It is very, very special. So special, he's speechless at the very moment. We'll get more from Corey. We'll get anything from Corey a little bit later on. But the families are in place, and the players are making their way through the tunnel right now and out to see their parents. A nice touch. Players with roses in hand for the moms. And Corey, we got you tracked down now. Again, special.
Speechless was the right word.
Speechless.
I'm down here talking to myself. I had a lot of really good insight, and I've forgotten all of it already.
That's all right. If you could make up something, we'd be happy with it.
No, it's a special day. You see the guys walking out on the field right now. Got your families out here, moms, dads, brothers, sisters, everybody. That was what's special about it, too. You just had your family that's been with you through this. They carried you all around Little League parks, middle school, high school, traveling to these college games, which isn't easy. It's a family commitment. So I just remember the day that they were down here. They were proud of me and what we did. Obviously, football career was coming to an end for a lot of these guys, but and that's the biggest thing. You take it all in. This game does end for all of us at some point. Some of them are going to keep playing at the next level, but it's special for all these guys that got relationships. This is the class that you came in with. These are guys that you've spent a lot of time with the last 4 years, 5 years, and it's a special day for everybody.
Let's send it down to the field. Gino Vandermark, Jeremy Bernard just recognized.
With his parents, William III and Elby Butler. Defensive back number 48, Prince Butler. From Trussville, Alabama, with his parents, Bert and Gina Caruth, and siblings, quarterback number 16, Cade Caruth. From Huntington Beach, California, with his mother, Charmy, and sister, Ava Grace Sherwin, wide receiver number 23, MJ Sherwin. From Los Angeles, California, with his father, Ivan Cuevas, mother, Andrea Zeta, and brother, Drew, tight end number 80, Josh Cuevas. From Fife, Alabama, with his parents, Joey and Tori Dalton, and siblings, Emma and Dakota, tight end number 89, Brody Dalton. From Humboldt, Texas, with parents DeAndre and Shalise Wilson, offensive lineman number 71, Cam Dewberry. From From Parker, Colorado, with his parents Chris and Angie Dowd, punter number 38, Blake Dowd. From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, with his mother Catherine Hill, linebacker number 41, Nikai Hill Green. From San Diego, California, with his parents Randy and Melanie Jackson and sister Darian, defensive back number 1, Domani Jackson. From Memphis, Tennessee, with his mother Teresa, linebacker number 10, Justin Jefferson. From Baltimore, Maryland, with his mother Brenda Maple King and stepfather Terrence King, father Jeffrey Jones and stepmother Candace Jones and sisters, defensive back number 7, Deshaun Jones. From Birmingham, with his parents Timothy Jr. and Leslie Keenan, along with siblings Alexis and Cameron, defensive lineman number 96, Tim Keenan III.
Tim Keenan and Coach DeBoer didn't want to let that embrace go, man.
Max, Ben, and Thomas, tight end number 86, Peter Knudsen. From Mobile, Alabama, with his mother Larnetta Lawson King, father Vincent King, and sister Shania, linebacker number 0, Deontay Lawson.
Same type of embrace for Coach DeBoer with Deontay.
From Daphne, Alabama, with his mother Catherine Laperouse, father Jeremy Loper, and sister Annie, wide receiver number 32, Jay Loper Jr. From Tyler, Texas, with his parents James and Shamika Miller and siblings Jasmine and Damian, running back number 26, Cham Miller. From Milton, Georgia, with his mother Eunice Thomas, father Milton Overton, and his brother Mackay, defensive lineman number 22, L.T. Overton.
Good to have Milton back on campus, former senior associate AD at Alabama.
His parents Kevin and Veronica Perry and sister Kira, linebacker number 53, Vito Perry. From Houston, Texas, with his mother Twanisha Roberts, father Jonathan Riley, and brother Matthew, offensive lineman number 77, Jaden Roberts. From Nashville, Tennessee, with his parents Jeff and Missy Roden and brother Preston, offensive lineman number 61, Graham Roden. From Hattiesburg, Mississippi, with his parents Michael and Amy Rozier and sister Sarah Grace, long snapper number 52, Alex Rozier. From Lodi, New Jersey, with his parents Patricia and John Vandermark and brother John Jr., offensive lineman number 56, Gino Vandermark.
J.D. Baird was the young man who was introduced first. That was the other 56. That was Gino just being recognized.
Texas, with his father Robert Scott, running back number 20, Trey Washington. Tennessee, with his parents Ryan and Mary Yates and sister Logan, defensive back number 28, Peyton Yates. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 Alabama Crimson Tide seniors, this is Alabama football.
Coach DeBoer getting pictures with every group, and then just noticed at the end, Director of Athletics Greg Byrne also speaking with the parents and players who are being honored today for their final home regular season game here at Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we turn it back to the public address.
Please direct your attention to midfield as we honor today's West Shore home warrior of the game, Chief Warrant Officer 4, Robert Manning. Chief Manning serves in the United States Army as a counterintelligence technician with 37 years of faithful service. Chief Manning deployed to Bosnia earlier in his career and deployed to Afghanistan in 2015 during the global war on terror, where he received the Bronze Star and Meritorious Service Medal for his intrepid work. Bama fans, please rise to your feet and help me welcome today's West Shore home warrior of the game, Chief Warrant Officer 4, Robert Manning. Thank you for your incredible service and welcome home. Please remain standing as the colors are presented by the combined Army and Air Force ROTCs. Our flyover will be presented by the 14th Flying Training Wing out of Columbus Air Force Base, Mississippi. Please remove your hats and join in singing as the $1 Million Band proudly presents our national anthem.
With the introduction. Complete. Tyler Watts, and again, sentimental. There are a lot of people that will see Eastern Illinois or in years past or Western Carolina, whoever, and again, I don't mean any disrespect to any of those, but when you have played the nationally ranked opponents, the arch rivals that Alabama has faced, this game gets stuck in the middle, and a lot of people say, why are you playing it? But it has meaning for those to whom it has meaning. And that's part of what all of this is about. There are a lot of guys that are hopeful those frontline guys play well today so they can get their reps in the back half of this game.
Yeah, and Corey talked about it in the pregame, and just how once you do start putting in some players who traditionally don't get an opportunity to even dress out in a conference game, Alabama wouldn't be surprised if we dressed out 100, 120 guys here today. But all those frontline starters will be right up there next to the field cheering on their teammates, because that's what's the beauty of football. It's a true team concept and game, and you're pulling for each other, the guys that put in the hard work to give you looks each and every week. You want to be there to support them, and it means a lot to you to see them have success.
How difficult can it be early in the week to be locked in, though, if it didn't go the way you wanted last week, or does that help make you all the more motivated? I guess that's the objective, right?
I think as soon as you flipped off that film from last week's game, you said we got a lot of work that still needs to be accomplished, a lot of improving, and we need to focus on ourselves, which is what Alabama will do today.
Let's listen in to some of the pageantry here at Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium as the Tide collectively is about to come down that tunnel for the final time in the regular season.
Look at the places that I want to be. It's about winning championships.
just like Coach Kayla DeBoer and team make their way down that iconic tunnel from the locker room to Saban Field, where they are just about set to appear to the fan base. And the greatest tradition in all of college football is set to take the field again. Your Alabama Crimson Tide.
Entering Saban Field from the north end zone, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Alabama football.
Take care of business and then go take care of what we all know awaits a week from now down in Lee County. But first, as Tom Snipe just suggested, let's take care of an ID so our local stations can identify themselves to you. Welcome to the Crimson Tide Sports Network. To the beauty of today at the moment. It is bright sunshine overhead as we send it down to the field and get the introduction, or the coin toss, I should say, from our lead referee today, Lee Hedrick.
The pinwheel with the 16 teams is tail. I'll toss the coin and catch it. If I drop it, we'll do it again. Eastern Illinois, what is your choice? Heads. The choice is heads. The choice is heads. It is tails. Alabama, you have won the toss. We're on defer. Hold tight. Alabama has won the toss, and they will defer their decision until the second half.
That's our coin toss.
Eastern Illinois will receive.
It's presented by Cook's Pest Control. And our kickoff captains today, courtesy of Barkley GMC. Lakin is our kickoff captain. Lakin's 11 years old from Roanoke, Alabama, and loves the Tide. I'd like to welcome Lakin and her family to Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, and also thank Barkley GMC for their support of the Crimson Tide and Make-A-Wish, Alabama. Weather conditions today, I've already told you about the cloud cover. We're going to push, I believe, 80 degrees if you are not in the shade today. It is a toasty one. 75 officially, we are told, with no chance of rain for the next hour at a minimum, and I think we're going to be pretty good in that regard the rest of the day as well. The weather and field conditions presented by Alpha Insurance, auto, home, life, business. Alpha Insurance covers it all. AlphaInsurance.com. Just about set for our kickoff, presented by Coca-Cola. Passionate fans and an ice cold Coca-Cola. That is a winning combo. Fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola. Connor Talty to kick it off for Alabama. Jay Pearson and Carleon Neal will be the deep men. For the Panthers, who are wearing white helmets, white jerseys with blue lettering and numerals, and solid blue pants. Bama, of course, those great-looking uniforms with the crimson helmets, the crimson jerseys, the white pants, and with the tip of the hat to Eli, the crimson piping down the side of the pants, as the kick from Talty will be fair caught around the 5-yard line. And the Panthers will take over 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line.
Well, obviously want to see aggressive style of play here by this defensive unit who has been so good throughout the course of the season. One last opportunity here at home.
And hopefully as efficient defensively as they have been in most of the home games this year. As Cole LaCrue, the quarterback, will start off with Charles Kellum in the backfield. Darius Smith and Landers Green, the wideouts, to the far side of the field, one to the near side, as they will bring a man in motion. That's Herrera. They'll hand it off right up the gut, and very little, in fact, a yard maybe, as Xavier Brown, the corner, came crashing in and made the stop.
Boy, and defensively looked like the 92 Alabama football team in the Sugar Bowl versus Miami. Everybody at the line of scrimmage playing man-to-man about 5-6 yards off, trying to suffocate that running attack.
Nelson and Smith wide to the right side of the formation. In the backfield again, it's Kellum with LaCrue working from the pistol. Play action, pressure coming, and he's going to get wrapped up and brought down back inside the 20. Tim Keenan III almost took the handoff there.
Edric Hill also in the tackle. Once again, everybody at the line of scrimmage, all-out blitz against this Panthers offensive front, who's going to have a tall task and tough challenge of holding up against this defensive unit.
3rd and 15. Let's see if the Tide can be as effective on 3rd down as they were on 1st and 2nd. Keeley is at the bandit right now. The bookend with that. Yanze Pierre on this side of the field. Pistol formation. Handoff goes left. They'll pick up nice yardage and stay on their feet and get close to. And in fact, as the pile gets pushed forward, they'll get across the 35 to the 38-yard line. Charles Kellum just kept pinballing and picked up 18 yards, and that is disappointing for the Bama defense, Corey.
Yeah, it is. You had a 2nd and long situation, opportunity to get off the field right there. Couldn't take advantage of it, but lived to fight another down, get them on the ground. Obvious passing down situation there, and they still running the football right now.
Nelson and Green will go wide right for the Panthers with Kellum in the backfield behind his quarterback LaCrue, who operates from the pistol. Play action, rolls to his right, fires back across his body. It's off the receiver and into the hands of the DB, Dejon Lee. Great concentration on the part of the Bama quarter. Darius Smith had it, bobbled it, and then Dejon just took it right off his back. So the Tide defense with a takeaway early after giving up the 18-yard run. They get the Chick-fil-A interception, and the Tide will have it in EIU territory, operating from their 46-yard line.
Well, but Dejon Lee actually pinned the ball as it came out of the receiver's hands against his neck area and was able to keep that contact before he was able to secure it. Heck of a job by Dejon Lee.
So the Tide with it from the Panthers 46. Gino Vandermark is the center for the Crimson Tide. Again, not expected to see Brailsford today, but next week on the Plains. Jam Miller, the senior, in the backfield. Stretch handoff to him, trying to go to the right side. He lowers his head, bulls forward, and will get a couple on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8 upcoming. Samuel Robles, the defensive end, making the stop. Again, no Josh Cuevas today either, as the first tight end out there was Jay Lindsey, the redshirt freshman from Patrician Academy at Butler, Alabama. The Tide will go with 2 wides to each side and an empty backfield at the moment. But that'll change as Jam will shift to the backfield to the left of Ty Simpson, who works from the pistol. 2 wideouts and a tight end to the left. Handoff goes to Jam, trying to get to the edge. He will cut it. He'll get to the 40 and get bumped down as he gets to the 38 of EIU. It'll be 3rd and short upcoming for the Tide. Wilkin Formby and Isaiah Horton running interference there. Formby from his right guard slide, and Horton the wide receiver to this side of the formation.
Jaden Roberts also at that right guard position, getting the start here today, doing a good job getting up to the 2nd level, sealing off the linebacker. So a manageable 3rd down here for Alabama on their opening possession.
Will be indeed 3rd, about 2.5. Horton and Ryan Williams go wide left with Lighty Brooks in the slot to the left. Tight end offset to the right for Alabama. Single setback is Miller, shifts to the left of Simpson. Ty will hand it to him. He'll run right up the gut. He's going to be tripped up just shy of the 1st down mark. It'll be 4th and inside of 1, I believe.
Well, the ball intended to go to the right side. Jam Miller cuts it back because of the over-pursuing defense by the Panthers. And and he meets a linebacker in the hole and is only able to pick up maybe a foot or so.
Jam Miller gets out. Daniel Hill comes in to replace him. It's 4th and 1.5 yards for the Crimson Tide from the pistol formation again, and there's movement, I believe, by EIU. A free play as Bama throws left. Catch is made by Horton, and he's going to be brought down at the 25. It was going to be at least 5 yards anyway, but we'll probably decline it, take the 12-yard pickup instead.
Offside on the defense, number 9, in the neutral zone at the snap. That penalty is declined. The resulting play is a first down.
Trayvon Piggy. Too early for that one. We'll leave it alone and just say simply instead, 1st and 10. Roger was looking and waiting. They declined the foul on that little piggy, and so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Crimson Tide. 2 wideouts near side, 1 left. 2 men in the backfield. Simpson gets the snap. Looking, firing across the middle. Catch is made. That's going to be Isaiah again inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. Well inside that Chick-fil-A red zone. A 17-yard pickup for another bank first. First down for the Crimson Tide.
Great concentration by Ron Williams, or excuse me, as he took contact there to be able to secure the ball.
It was Isaiah.
You are correct. Thank you. Sorry.
You got it. No, you're trying to find it, partner. Daniel Hill in the backfield with 2 men offset each side. The right side of the formation. Handoff goes to Daniel right up the gut. Takes a pile forward. He'll get tripped up just shy of the goal line. They'll mark him a foot away from pay dirt. It'll be 2nd and goal from there.
The north and south running by Daniel Hill have been so impressive over the last couple of weeks. Does the same thing here. Right up the middle of the defensive front. Is able to lower the shoulders and drive down inside the 1.
Jaden Roberts at right guard with Formby at tackle. Bama swings it out in a hurry, and it's dropped. Ryan Williams had it in his hands. Couldn't hang on to it. They tried to swing it out in a hurry, and Dylan Conway was over this side in coverage, but it was just a drop.
I think that was a now pass. In essence, Dylan Conway did not adjust. He didn't get out in coverage. So Ty Simpson recognized it. And you think inside the 1-yard line, you're going to pound it in, but you take advantage of those looks, and Ryan Williams gets the drop.
So, 3rd down and goal from a foot away. Bama goes with the jumbo package. Jams deep, but you got 2 tight ends offset to the right and 2 tight ends lined up on the right. I wonder what we're going to do here. Stretch handoff to Jam, goes up the gut, gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. 9:45 to go in the opening quarter, and Alabama capitalizing after the interception from Dejon Lee. Able to score as we got an injured player down. Trayvon Piggy is the man down, the D lineman. Down for Eastern Illinois and injured at the moment. This injury timeout brought to you by our friends at Andrews Sports Medicine. Great partners with us here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Andrews Sports Medicine, whose team of doctors help you achieve victory over injury. Andrews Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Timeout on the field. We're going to take the break as well. With 9:45 to go in the first quarter, 6-0 is our score between Alabama and Eastern Illinois. Good guys on top here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
It's 6:30 and the branch is closed.
Yep.
And you couldn't find your debit card.
Nope.
But you're going to get cash.
Yep. Cadence Bank Live Teller has extended hours, and I can get cash from my account with my driver's license.
My bank can't do that.
Nope.
With over 300 Live Teller locations with extended hours, there's opportunity here. Find a Live Teller near you at cadencebank.com/liveteller. Equal opportunity lender, member FDIC.
Hey, college football fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Alabama Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Touchdown for the Crimson Tide, making it 6-0 Alabama over Eastern Illinois with 9:45 remaining here in the first quarter. 8 plays, 46 yards, 3 minutes, 9 seconds off the clock on our Bromberg scoring drive. Also, the Crimson Tide scoring with that Jam Miller touchdown from inside the Chick-fil-A red zone. Download the Chick-fil-A app to claim your free Chick-fil-A special offer by midnight tonight. The offer is redeemable at participating Alabama Chick-fil-A restaurants next week, Monday through Friday. Today, it's the Alabama Crimson Tide against the Eastern Illinois Panthers. Today's game presented by Nature made to care for fans on game day and every day. The official vitamin and supplement of Alabama football. Just saw the injured Panther Trayvon Piggy head back to the sideline for Eastern Illinois. Now, point after attempt coming up for this Crimson Tide offense. The Tyler Watts moved the football right down the field.
Yeah, and did it effectively on the ground as well. Jam Miller getting the start on senior night and doing a good job breaking a couple of tackles, picking up some hard yardage, and then being rewarded down inside the 1-yard line for the first score of the day.
Crimson Tide with the 6-0 advantage and now trying to tack on the extra point as the injured player. Again, Trayvon Piggy appears to be all right, as we will now see Connor Talty come on to try the PAT. 35 of 35 on the year on extra points is the third-year sophomore from Chicago. Snap and spot are good. The kick is up. And for the 36th time on as many attempts, Connor boots an extra point through as well. 9:45 the time remaining. As we'll tell you, our Bromberg scoring drive recap: 8 plays, 46 yards, 3:09 off the game clock. The touchdown run from Jam Miller, capped by Talty's extra point. And again, it's now a 7-0 Alabama lead over Eastern Illinois when we come back to Tuscaloosa on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Dad, light's green.
Oh, right.
Oh, what fun it is to save on the entire Toyota lineup at Toyotathon. Get 1,000 holiday bonus cash on certain new Toyota vehicles. Offer valid through December 1st, 2025. Offer entitles 1,000 holiday bonus cash on the retail purchase or lease of certain new and untitled 2025 and 2026 Toyota vehicles. This offer is valid when combined with special APR and special lease programs or with standard retailer lease rate programs. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
Fall in Alabama means 2 things to me: Crimson Tide football and enjoying the great outdoors. This is John Parker Wilson here to talk about my favorite Alabama-based outdoor brand, Tom Beckby. They're celebrating 10 years as Alabama's premier outfitter. Whether you're getting outfitted for your next great adventure or suiting up for your tailgate, Tom Beckby has you covered with great gear, all designed right here in Alabama. Visit Tom Beckby in Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, and online at tombeckby.com.
Barkley makes it easy. Get ready to rev up your engines and feel the excitement at Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac. We've got the perfect ride to match your style and adventure. Visit us at our showroom at Skyland Boulevard and let our friendly team help you find the vehicle of your dreams. Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac, where hometown pride and unbeatable deals collide. Drive with passion with Barkley. Visit us today or check us out online at barkleygmc.com. Barkley makes it easy.
7-0 Alabama leads Eastern Illinois. Still 9:45 remaining in this first quarter of play. We just saw an interception by the Crimson Tide defense by John Lee. For every Bama interception, participating Chick-fil-A restaurants in Alabama donate $1,000 to Children's of Alabama. Up to $10,000 for the program as our Picks for Kids partner. That's now 9 interceptions for Alabama this year and $9,000 for Children's of Alabama. Special thank you to the Chick-fil-A restaurants in Alabama who are supporting Children's of Alabama this season. We continue live inside the Alabama Credit Union broadcast booth. Feel good about your money with Alabama Credit Union. Here at Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. On the call, the voice of the Crimson Tide, Chris Stewart.
Right Roger, thank you so very much. As again, Talty's on to kick off for Alabama. Deep in again, Jay Pearson and Carleon Neal. Neal from Cincinnati and Pearson from McKees Rocks, Pennsylvania. He will field it at his 2, gets to the 10, and wishes that he had not, as he gets hit by a Crimson Tide around the 13-yard line. The full wave finding its way to level him, to say the very least. And so the Panthers will start 1st and 10 from their own 13-yard line. Red Morgan is the man who so rudely greeted him at that 13-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Panthers, who had an 18-yard rush on a 3rd and long to keep their first drive alive, only to throw a pick on the next play on a deflection. Herrera and Smith are 2 of the men in formation. The quarterback keep goes to the right side, and it was the right read. He gets a couple of yards. Otherwise, it would have been a loss of 4. Bray Hubbard got him to the turf easily, but that was a nice read from the QB to avoid the loss.
Yeah, James Smith was able to leak through the line and apply a tackle to the running back. And fortunately, Bray Hubbard able to stay at home. We talked about eye discipline prior to the game, making sure you're playing your assignment football on the defensive side.
From the 15, 2nd and 8 upcoming for the Panthers. 2 men wide to the near side of the field, 1 to the right. Single setback is Kellum beside the quarterback, LaCrue. He will go with a quick attempt. Ball's on the deck. Scramble for it. Recovered, I believe, by the Panthers at the 1. Great job by the Bama defense blowing it up. Tim Keenan, the 3rd, is the one that knocked it loose and almost got there in time to recover it and get a touchdown. Would have been great.
Sure would. Oh, man, Tim Keenan absolutely owning the center on these first 2 possessions for the Panthers.
Corey, got a feeling we may get one here.
There's a good chance right now the way this defensive line's playing. It's good to see number 4 back in the lineup as well. Quay Rusal out there after being out for the last couple of weeks with an injury.
That's a great pickup partner, as now they'll operate again inside their 1. They go under center. So if they run it straight ahead, they'll try to. The handoff goes there, and they'll get to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Avoiding the safety, but picking up less than a yard. They'll have to punt it away. Rusal, who was just mentioned by Corey, does indeed make the stop. Quay with 4 tackles, a sack, and a TFL for the season. A 5-star coming out of Carver High School in Montgomery 3 years ago. The number 1 linebacker in the country, according to ESPN, and number 9 player overall. Great to have him healthy and back, as the punt out of the end zone is a good one. It will send Cole Adams deep. Mason Miller is the one who booted it back to the Bama 45. Now Adams gets into Bama territory near the 40 before he gets tripped up and brought down. Great starting field position after a 55-yard punt. We'll keep it here as the Tide will come back out offensively.
And Corey, you were talking in the pregame that the special teams for Eastern Illinois may be their strength.
Yeah, it definitely was. You look at the average for this punter. I think he's just under 50 yards, 49.6. Don't know how. It looks like he's punted it a number of times, too. That was a good little boot. Had Cole Adams tracing backwards, but Cole did a great job of making 4 guys miss with no blockers in front of him. Nice to see a return right there.
Yeah, they've dropped 6 in a row. He's had opportunities, unfortunately, for Eastern Illinois, as Rico Scott goes in motion to the far side of the field. Balance line with, or wideouts with 1 to each side. Strong side right. Handoff goes to Jam. Cuts it back. Check that. Kevin Riley gets to the 30 and now brought down at the 29-yard line. A nice pickup for the Northport, Alabama native out of Tuscaloosa County High School. 9 yards on first down.
Kevin Riley so instrumental here in the first 6 weeks or so of the season, getting a majority of the load with Jam Miller out. Good to see him out there doing what he was doing early in the season.
Freshman tight end Marshall Pritchett in. Boy, he's got a bright future. First-year guy, 6'5", 250 out of Charleston, South Carolina. Eastern Illinois, by the way, out of Charleston, Illinois, about 3 hours from Chicago, I'm told. As the handoff goes to Riley, bounces it left, cuts it back right, gets across the 25 and down to the 24-yard line. Moved the 6 on a bank first down for Alabama.
Really nice jump cut by Kevin Riley. Tylen Foster, the linebacker, had stepped up in the line of scrimmage, and he just planted that left foot and sidestepped him and able to pick up an extra couple of yards.
So 1st and 10, Bama. Another bank first down for the Tide. Horton and Scott wideouts along with the tight end Pritchett. All to the left. Near side, there's Riley, who will now join Simpson in the backfield. He works from the pistol. Tight end to the right for Alabama as well. Handoff goes up the middle with Kevin, and he'll make one man miss, and then he'll get inside the 20 to the 19. So Bama once again back inside that Chick-fil-A red zone, and a nice first down pickup, 7 yards on this one.
Well, the offensive line on that play almost invited the defensive front to rush upfield, but they fanned it out, and it created a nice, huge hole right up the gut for us to take advantage for a nice gain on first down.
6 instead of 7. 6-7, close. Daniel Hill in for Jam Miller. My sons will enjoy that one. Pritchett and Edwards in at tight end for the Crimson Tide. Single setback again is Hill as Simpson works from the pistol. Play action, rolls right, looks, checks it down to Rico, gets to the 15-10, gets bumped out of bounds near the 5-yard line. Instead, they say nope, he's out at the 7. But another nice first down pickup. Thank you, Bank First. 11 yards on the gain for number 11.
Simple bootleg there, off to the right side. Ty Simpson taking the easy check down, not pressing it into coverage downfield. He got Isaiah Horton coming across late, but doing the smart thing and just picking up the positive yards to move the chains.
Bama hurries to the line of scrimmage. They'll shift 2 tight ends to the left, Caleb Edwards and Pritchett. Single setback is Hill. Simpson handing it off to Daniel, right up the gut. He walks into the end zone, touchdown. Untouched from 7 yards, Daniel Hill scoring the second Bama touchdown of this opening quarter. 4:49 to play before we switch ends of the field, and Bama leads it now 13-0.
Made it look easy, which is what you would want and hope. Will Conformi at that right guard position, just taking his man and completely moving him out of the box, and Daniel Hill goes in untouched.
Connor Talty again on to try the extra point. Snap up coming from Alex Rozier. The hold from Dowd, and the kick up and good as well. The Bromberg scoring drive recap for Alabama. 5 plays, 38 yards, 2:43 off the game clock. Daniel Hill, 7-yard touchdown run. Talty, the kick, and it's a 14-0 Bama lead with 4:49 to go in quarter number 1. The Tide quickly out in front of Eastern Illinois, 14-0, right here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check Kirk Herbstreit's pregame analysis first, before talking to your brother-in-law.
In this game, the key thing to watch will be the offensive line versus their front 7. If they can get pressure without blitzing, this could be a long night.
Okay, Kirk.
I know stuff.
Ooh, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Did you know that at Chevron, you can fuel up on unbeatable mileage and savings? With Chevron Rewards, you'll get 25 cents off per gallon on your next 5 visits. All you have to do is download the Chevron app and join to start saving on fuel. Then you can keep fueling up on other things like adventure, memories, vacations, daycations, quality time, and so many other possibilities. Head to your nearest Chevron station to fuel up and get rewarded today. Terms apply. See ChevronTexcoRewards.com for more details.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Tide pride. When I'm carrying the University of Alabama Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Bama gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra Roll Tide from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/GoBama to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC.
Crimson Tide 14, Panthers of Eastern Illinois nothing. We still have 4:49 remaining here in the first quarter. Tim Keenan III already with a pair of sacks in this ball game to get to 22 so far this season for Alabama as a team. Bama's sack count presented by Guthrie's, home of the original chicken finger and a proud partner of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Visit us in-store or online at Guthrie'sChicken.com and Roll Tide. Let's go down to the field to our Cooks Pest Control sideline reporter Corey Reamer. Cooks Pest Control, call Cooks to score superior protection from pests and termites. Corey, Tim Keenan III doing it all right now. 2 sacks already, a forced fumble in this game, getting tremendous push up front.
Yeah, he's showing up to play today. That's a good sign. This sideline feels like they're not thinking about next week. They're here to take care of business today, which is a good thing. Going out there and executing, the starters are so far through this first quarter. Tim Keenan just continued to do what Tim Keenan does. He's been a staple right there in the defensive line. Hopefully we can get some other guys involved and be a part of it as well.
Would be fantastic as Talty's on to kick it off. Pearson is the deep man. He returned it 11 yards last time. He will watch this one sail over his head and into the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10 from the 25 for the Panthers of Eastern Illinois University, taking on the Crimson Tide of Alabama, 10th in the CFP and in the Associated Press, and the coaches poll sponsored by USA Today agrees as well. It'll be a new quarterback coming out. Thank you for the pickup there, Tyler. Connor Wolf, a redshirt freshman out of Ada, Michigan, played at Grand Rapids Central Catholic High School. He gets his first snaps, operating from the pistol, and Jakari Fleming, freshman from Hahira, Georgia, if I said it right. I know the Georgia part was right. It's the hometown I'm not certain of. Handoff up the middle. He bounces it to the near side and will get a half yard at best, but avoided losing yardage there. Fleming, the man with the carry, and Dejon Lee, who had the interception earlier, makes the stop there in run defense for the Crimson Tide. No gain officially on the play for EIU.
QB Reese and Caden Jones are the linebackers for Alabama. Good to see Caden back, who's been injured over the last month or so.
Second and 10. Handoff up the middle and nowhere to go. Jordan Renaud, first man to greet the ball carrier, along with QB Reese, the second-year freshman out of Birmingham. Renaud out of Sarasota, Florida, and also time in Tyler, Texas. Played at Tyler Legacy High School. So the Panthers with 3rd and 10. They're 1 of 2 on 3rd down so far. Wolf, the quarterback, operating from the pistol. Gets the snap, tries to set up a screen up the middle. It was almost picked off. Great job defensively by Caden Jones, the linebacker, who came up and almost got the pick for Alabama. It's one of those names we haven't called often over the course of the year, but Jones, a sophomore, good-looking kid, 6'4", 230, out of Asheville, North Carolina's Christ School. Almost got the pick, but the Panthers will punt it away. The first one covered 55 yards, and with pressure coming, it's blocked. Bama got a hand on it, a scramble for the loose ball, and the Panthers recover, but the Tide will have it inside the 15. Keon Keeley is the man who came in, got the block, and the Tide takes over again in great field position.
Almost was like there was a lot of miscommunication prior to it, Corey, but boy, Keon Keeley right up the gut.
Keon just took on the wedge right there, too, and just blew everything up. He's just a big old boy coming right up the middle of that punt block. Extends his hand. Snap was just off center. Punter really wasn't behind the shield right there. And Keon Keeley's able to just get his hands out and get the block.
Can you explain to me why the kicker fell down when no one touched him?
He's a kicker.
Lord. Good Lord. Lane's going to kick your teeth in later. From the pistol, Simpson, and the Tide at the 13 of the Panthers. Plenty of time. Looks, fires too high, trying to connect with Jam.
Those are the misses that we've been talking about over the last couple of weeks. You have Jam Miller leaking out into the flat, completely wide open. Ty Simpson trying to push the ball down the field. Nothing wrong with that, but when you have a wide open receiver and you go back to him, make sure your mechanics are right. Drive that ball to a running back who is not as good as a receiver, so you have to throw a much more catchable ball to those guys coming out of the backfield.
Trips left for Alabama on 2nd and 10. Derek Meadows being among them. Coming in motion near side will be Ryan Williams. Lone wide out to this near side of the field. Quick out left side going to Lotzir Brooks, and he's going to get stacked up. Looks like a flag is down. A around the 12-yard line. Bama not taking real good advantage here in the Chick-fil-A red zone early.
I think they're going to get Derek Meadows for holding here.
Holding on the offense, number 30, 10-yard penalty. Replay second down.
Human tendency is what you're kind of working against. You can get a little sloppy when you're up 14-0 and clearly better against an opponent. But to credit the young man, and I can't see his number because his hair is blocking his jersey on the replay, but the defensive back from Eastern Illinois took it to Derek. I don't think he was expecting to get rocked as hard as he was. Isaiah Huey is the man who popped him pretty good, and he was called for holding, but I think he was just trying to hang on to keep from falling. A hold nonetheless backs it up to the 22. It's second and about 17 from there for the Crimson Tide. 19 actually. As an empty set, A.K. Deere catches it out of the backfield after bobbling it twice and then fights forward to the 20. He'll gain a couple on the play, but his inability to secure it quickly, Tyler, I think cost him maybe 3 or 4 yards at a minimum.
At the most, though. I mean, that would have been tough. It was really good pursuit by the defensive unit for Eastern Illinois coming up, keeping everything, but a high percentage throw, just trying to make it more manageable, see if you can break something loose.
Third down, 17 now from the 20. Play action, Simpson looking, checks down, does get it to Deere, who will work forward inside the 10 to about the 9-yard line, and here comes the kicking unit for the Crimson Tide. And Connor Talty will try to make it a 17-0 advantage, nearing the 2-minute mark of the first quarter of play.
Just a 3-man rush on Ty Simpson, had a nice clean pocket, but obviously the Panthers dropped everyone deep, guarding that first down marker. Ty doing a nice job of not forcing the ball, trying to make something happen that wasn't there, hitting a check down. You'll have to settle for the field goal, unfortunately, after the holding penalty.
Spot from the near hash, 28-yard attempt, good snap, good hold, and good grief, we missed. I don't know if it hit the hash, or hit the upright or not. Couldn't tell, but it was just wide right. I think you're right. Corey, what'd you see?
Yeah, it just pushed it a little bit right. It hit on the outside of the right post. I mean, it was not in, and just a miss from short distance.
Yep, trying to cut it back across his body, couldn't do so, and the Tide misses another short field goal. Frustrating for Talty and the Tide, as he now, unfortunately, goes to 11 of 18 on field goal tries. That's his second miss on 4 attempts inside of 29 yards. He's 4 of 5 from 30 to 39 and 5 of 8 from 40 to 49. So the first carry of the drive for EIU goes to Charles Kellum straight ahead. Not much running room for him. He'll get a yard at best.
Alabama continuing just to sprinkle in different guys along that defensive front. Justin Hill in. Continue to play Caden Jones and QB Reese at linebackers. And then the secondary, obviously, is a continual turnstile of who's back there.
Isaiah Faga is in at nose for Alabama. Tide starts to sprinkle in some new players with Kellum in the backfield. Justin Hill is at linebacker. The run goes right up the gut. They'll get across the 25 to the 26. Caden Jones making the stop on Kellum. And it will be third and about 4 upcoming. Actually more like 3.5. They've already made 1 first down in this game. They did it on their opening drive, only to turn it over on the very next play. So 1 of 3 on third downs for EIU. Kellum in the backfield with the quarterback Wolf working from the pistol. Hands it off right up the gut. And there is a little bit of running room, but not enough. It'll be 4th down and 1.5 yards. Last game of the season for Eastern Illinois. And as the first quarter comes to a close, Corey Reamer, I think Bama's going to see a team go for it.
The end of the first quarter.
be a little dangerous play right here, but down 14-0. And you haven't really done much on the offensive side, but Red Morgan does a phenomenal job. Just a bullet off the edge right there, scraping down the line of scrimmage and making the tackle in the backfield. Going to be a risky move if they're going to go for it in this part of the field right now.
We'll see if they do when we come back. 14-0 Bama after the first quarter of play here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
The mix of salty sea air and burnt rubber. The big skies, high banks, and grandstands. The rumble in your chest. That's what we love about the Daytona 500. Honoring history and making it. At the biggest race of the year on the biggest stage of a lifetime. The Daytona 500. You gotta see it to believe it. February 15th, 2026. Secure your experience now at Daytona500.com.
From the first whistle to the final play, being a part of the Crimson Tide calls for commitment and support. Nature Made vitamins are your winning play. From the #1 pharmacist recommended vitamin and supplement brand, Nature Made is made to care for fans on game day and every day. So you can go all in on big wins, tough losses, and still show up for your team every time. Nature Made, the official vitamin and supplement of Alabama football, based on a survey of pharmacists who recommend branded vitamins and supplements.
Kohl's has 20% off gifts that are so good, your family might think you read their minds. Check off your list now with cozy, thoughtful, and stylish gifts that will make them say, "How did you know?" Yep, with these presents from Kohl's, you're going to leave them feeling impressed and convinced that you're a psychic. Shop Kohl's for an extra 20% off gifts that are the perfect fit. Select styles. Offer ends November 22nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Second quarter coming up. It's Alabama 14 and Eastern Illinois nothing. Roger Hoover with a look at the Alabama Power Scoreboard update. Plenty of SEC games in progress right now. 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Oklahoma with a 17-6 lead against 22nd ranked Missouri. Oklahoma ranked 8th after defeating Alabama last week. It's Georgia up 35-3 over Charlotte early in the third quarter. And down on the Plains, almost the end of the first quarter, a tie football game at the moment between the Mercer Bears and the Auburn Tigers. Today's game between Alabama and Eastern Illinois is brought to you by Nature Made, made to care for fans on game day and every day, the official vitamin and supplement of Alabama football. Let's go down to the field to our Cook's Pest Control sideline reporter Corey Reamer, brought to you by Cook's Pest Control. Call Cook's to score superior protection from pests and termites. Corey, finish that thought as Chris and you were talking at the end of the first quarter.
I can't remember what we were talking about. I think hopefully it's a punt team running out here. Y'all got me all messed up down here.
It's not a problem. Hey,
I forgot it's what you throw down to me with, like, when we're going to TV break, setting me up for failure around here.
Look,
the punt team is running out on the field. Here we go. They're not going for it.
Does it make you feel better or worse that I don't remember what you were talking about either?
That just tells me that I bring a lot of great knowledge to this broadcast.
Partner,
making good points.
You fit right in. You can be offended if you want to, but you fit right in. It will be Miller to punt. He booted one 55 yards earlier. Cole Adams is the deep man for the Tide, and this is another great effort. Cole fields it at his 25, takes it up the far sideline, gets bumped out of bounds on the boundary near the 38-yard line of Alabama. On the Alabama sideline, a 46-yard punt following the 55-yarder earlier, Tyler.
And Cole having to fight the sun as well, keeping that hand above his eyes, trying to shade that sucker out like a center fielder. Able to secure it, though, and advance it as he has done so many times this season.
He has been extremely reliable and very hopeful that'll continue to be the case, as we will see Horton in wide to the right side, to the near side of the formation for Ty Simpson and Jam Miller. He's got two men. It's like Rico Scott and also Ryan Williams. Handoff goes to Jam right up the gut. He'll make a man miss. Gets tripped up by another, but falls forward to the 43. Cam Dewberry, the left guard, running interference there on the left side of the line as Bama will hurry to the line of scrimmage. Caleb Edwards, the tight end, to the right, extended. He goes wide right of the formation. Miller in the backfield to the left of Simpson, and Bama will look to the sideline for the next play. And now gets everybody set. Still 11 seconds remaining on the play clock. You got Horton and Williams wide to the near side. Handoff goes to Jam again. Trying to get to the edge, does, and he's got running room. 50, 45 before he's shoved out of bounds. Just across the 45, I believe, of EIU. A bank first down on a 12-yard pickup.
Gino Vandermark from that center position, he was the pulling center, able to create that edge for Jam Miller to get to the outside. He's a much bigger body than Parker Brailsford, but good to see him able to get out on the corner and secure that edge so that Jam Miller could pick up the first down.
Tight end Edwards shifts down to the right side of the formation as Jam is to the left of Ty. Handoff to him, trying to go to the right side, cuts it up, and will get a yard at the most. Tylan Foster is the man who makes the stop. Houston, Texas native from his linebacker position. Started his collegiate career at Incarnate Word and then made his way to Eastern Illinois. 2nd and 9 upcoming for the Tide with Pritchett and Edwards, the two tight ends. Again, Josh Cuevas out with an injury, unavailable today. Horton and Williams, the two men wide right. Now Hollywood will come in motion to the left, balancing out the wideouts. Two tight ends left for Alabama. Simpson looking, swings it out of the backfield, and Riley makes the grab and fights forward across the 35 down to about the 34. First down, Alabama, brought to you by Bank First. What do you got down there, Corey?
It's just good to see Riley back, contributing in this game. It brings so much more than just his running ability, but he's a guy that is so dynamic when you get him out in space. A little different element than what these other backs with Jam Miller and Daniel Hill bring, just making people miss and getting positive yards on the easy play right there.
Pritchett and Edwards are the two tight ends for Alabama. And I believe Eastern Illinois is going to use a timeout as they were late getting a man on. Stops the clock with 12:14 to go in quarter number 2, and it gives us a break as well. 14-0, Alabama leading the Panthers of Eastern Illinois and driving to the Panther 35 when we come back here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Game day is back, and you know what that means. Every down, every drive, and every snack counts. That's why Golden Flake is always the go-to, the real MVP when it comes to bold flavor. For over 68 years, Golden Flake has been the South's go-to snack for Saturdays. So if you want a game-winning bite, reach for everyone's favorite snacks. Golden Flake, proud to be the official potato chip of Alabama football.
Alabama football all season long. This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
When you have the right team behind you, it's easy to play with confidence. The same is true when it comes to your health. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama provides what you need to feel healthier and happier. A choice of plans, a large network of doctors and hospitals, and personal support to help you choose the right plan with confidence. No second guessing, no confusion. Just care that works for you and your family. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama is proud to be on your team and proud to be a sponsor of athletic programs across the state.
With Marathon Rewards, you can save up to $1 a gallon, and you'll earn every time you refuel. So when you stop in to fill up your tank, you're also banking rewards at the same time. And it's a little move we like to call the Tank and Bank. And to be frank, joining Marathon Rewards couldn't be more straightforward. I guess now that makes it a frank Tank and Bank situation. Sign up online, from our app, and even at the pump. At participating locations, terms and conditions apply.
12:14 remaining in the second quarter. Alabama 14 and Eastern Illinois nothing. Earlier we had a blocked punt courtesy of Keon Keeley. That was a big-time stop by Bama. It's presented by Truckworks, the official commercial truck dealer of the Crimson Tide. 17 locations all throughout Alabama, Mississippi, and the Florida Panhandle, including right here in Tuscaloosa. Crimson Tide with a 14-0 lead over Eastern Illinois. I want to remind you as well that you can listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk on Sirius XM College Sports Radio, channel 84, also streaming on the Sirius XM app as we continue live inside the Alabama Credit Union broadcast booth. Feel good about your money with Alabama Credit Union.
Thank you, Roger Hoover. Alabama facing a 1st and 10 from the Eastern Illinois 35-yard line. A.K. Deere in the backfield to the left of quarterback Ty Simpson. 3 receivers to the left side of the formation. One of those goes right. That's Ryan Williams. Simpson hands it off to Deere. Going to the right edge. Hesitates. Now gets to the corner and picks up 2, maybe 3. Before he runs out of real estate, Moses Alexander, the corner, came up and forced him to the far boundary. And it will be 2nd down and 7 for the Crimson Tide from there.
Wouldn't be surprised if we took a shot right here. Try to open it up. Hadn't done a whole lot in the passing game so far.
Ty 6 of 8 for 60 yards so far, as Tyler was referencing. Brody Dalton, one of the tight ends, transfer from Troy. Also played at UAB. Play action, swings it out right side. There's Dalton making the catch, and a nice job fighting forward. He's going to be really close to the 1st down. If he stayed in bounds, I believe he got it. Great catch for Dalton, this 5th-year senior out of Fife High School in Alabama, 6'5", 250, and he makes his first grab of the year, and that will be enough for a bank first down.
Ryan Williams is out there blocking, and he had actually put his defender on the sideline, and he just ran right through him anyway. Didn't cut it back up underneath, but still enough to be able to pick up the 1st down.
Riley in the backfield to the left of Simpson, who's got 2 wideouts right, 1 left, and a tight end in Edwards split wide left at the moment as well. They'll also bring a man near side. They dump it down to Riley, who's got it at the 10, at the 5, stays on his feet and got to the 1. Kevin Riley, the 2nd-year freshman out of Tuscaloosa County High, a nice 23-yard pickup on a tough catch, moving backwards and a throw a little bit low, able to reel it in and then run well afterwards.
Ball needed to be a little bit more accurate as Riley is running down the seam completely wide open. He has to hesitate, and that allows the defenders to be able to get a hand on him. I mean, granted, he fought through 4 of them. Down inside the 1, now he'll get rewarded.
Edwards and Lindsey, the 2 tight ends in the game with 2 wideouts right. Riley in the backfield to the left of Simpson. Gets it from the pistol, hands it off to Kevin right up the gut. He is 3 yards in before they touch him. Touchdown, Alabama. The Tide now with a 20-0 lead with 10:04 to go in quarter number 2.
In some of these games, you can't get too vanilla because you still need to continue to work on your craft and what it is that you do best. And it's this drive was an example of that, of opening it up, spreading it a little bit. Ty Simpson need to be a little bit more accurate still, so you need to continue to work on those things.
Talty on to try the extra point for Alabama. Trying to complete this scoring drive. Snap and spot are good. The kick is up, and the kick is good as well. Your Bromberg scoring drive recap: 8 plays, 64 yards, 4:48 off the game clock. Kevin Riley, the touchdown run. Connor Talty, the PAT, and Alabama able to make it a 21-0 lead when we come back. 10:04 remains in quarter number 2. Bama and Eastern Illinois here in Tuscaloosa on a sun-drenched afternoon on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Game day is about big plays and big energy, but it's also about the little things. It's about the energy of a community coming together to cheer for our heroes on the field, the tireless work that goes into every game from the front gate to the 50-yard line, and making memories that last a lifetime. Alabama Power knows that dedication makes all the difference. That's why we're here to keep you moving with reliable power and the programs that help you save. Now that's big. Alabama Power, proud sponsor of the Alabama Crimson Tide.
When you have the right team behind you, it's easy to play with confidence. The same is true when it comes to your health. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama provides what you need to feel healthier and happier. A choice of plans, a large network of doctors and hospitals, and personal support to help you choose the right plan with confidence. No second guessing, no confusion. Just care that works for you and your family. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama is proud to be on your team and proud to be a sponsor of athletic programs across the state.
Never know how Winter prep may not mean as much for us as it does for our friends up north, but a little prevention goes a long way, especially on those rare frigid mornings. Now's the perfect time to top off fluids, test your battery, replace wiper blades, and upgrade dull headlights. Napa Auto Parts has you covered with timely savings on the seasonal essentials that help you put the wind back in winter. Stop in today. The pros at Napa are ready to help. Offer valid at participating stores through December 31st. Restrictions may apply. See store for details.
10:04 remaining in the second quarter. Alabama in front, 21-0 over Eastern Illinois. Across the conference is presented by Homewood Suites. A couple of games that will have an impact on the SEC championship game race will be kicking off shortly. It'll be Vanderbilt hosting Kentucky. The Vanderbilt Commodores 4-2 in the league. Also, 17th ranked Texas 4-2 in the league as well. They will be hosting the 0-6 in the SEC. Arkansas Razorbacks, both of those games will kick off at 2:30 Central. Kohl's has the gifts on their wish list and yours all in one place, from beauty favorites and cozy outfits to hosting must-haves and top toys. Find great prices on presents for everyone at Kohl's and Kohls.com today.
Thank you, Roger. Jay Pearson and Carleon Neal, the two deep men for Eastern Illinois, as Talty approaches the football and will boot this one away. It's going to carry to the 4-yard line. It'll be returned by Neal. Note, he's going to call for a fair catch. And it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 25 for the Panthers of Eastern Illinois. Bama, a 21-0 lead. Tide missing a short field goal, the only blemish offensively for the Crimson Tide so far.
Trying to think of any blemish on this defensive side, and the only thing you can really think of is they gave up one first down.
Yeah, 18-yard pickup on a 3rd and 15, I believe, but that is it. Wolf, the quarterback, Kellum, the running back. Behind Wolf, who operates from the pistol. Straight handoff, and he will fight forward and get across the 25 to the 26-yard line. 1-yard gain is Caden Jones, the sophomore from Asheville, North Carolina, who had 2 tackles coming into the game, has at least that many here.
He's a downhill linebacker, too. I mean, he is looking for that hole and trying to fill it. A couple of plays that he was unable to make the tackle. He definitely redirected the running back into the arms of QB Reese.
He had a fumble recovery earlier in the year, Caden did, and almost had a pick in this one as the Panthers throw a slant across the middle, and it's complete to Landers Green. Played at St. Peter's Prep in Wharton, New Jersey, a 4th-year junior who picks up 14 on the play to move the sticks for just the 2nd time on the afternoon for the visitors from Charleston, Illinois. Nelson, one of 2 men going wide left. Kellum again in the backfield with quarterback operating from the pistol. That's LaCrue as the handoff does go to Kellum, and he'll try to go to the left side and pick up a couple of yards. 2nd and 8 upcoming.
Really watching Quay Rusall right now just to see how he reacts. You know, he got injured versus Georgia. This is his first action, trying to get back in game shape and mentally just trust that the injury is well healed, because he is a player that Alabama could use down the stretch.
LT Overton with the stop. He'll check out of the ball game. DeJohn Lee also helped on that one. And 2nd and 8's upcoming for the Panthers. Getting the snap, but LaCrue throws across the middle. It is broken up. A couple of guys there to hit him very quickly. Among them being Ivan Taylor, the freshman out of Winter Garden, Florida. Joe McNabb is the one that had it in his hands. Xavier Mincy may have been there.
Mincy's the one that busted it up.
Yeah, it was 12.
He was the tight end was still having an opportunity to try to reel it in as it was bobbing around, and Mincy came in and absolutely delivered a lick to bust it loose.
Good to see Taylor out there, a true freshman at strong safety, and Mincy, Daytona Beach native, who's a sophomore. As we got 3rd down and 8 upcoming, they run it up the gut, and they'll get a yard at the most, and it will be 4th down, and the Panthers will have to punt it away again. They're now 1 of 5 on 3rd down so far in this one. 7:50 and ticking, time left. Quarter number 2 at 21-0. Alabama advantage.
That tackle is back. Caden Jones, once again aggressive from that linebacker position, wrapping up the ball carrier's legs and preventing him from being able to get anything going.
Mason Miller on to punt. Pressure coming up the middle and almost got it again, but a low line drive that'll bounce at the 21. Fielded by Adams at the 15, cuts it back 20 and gets to the 22 before he gets spun around and brought to the turf. It'll be Bama football. 1st and 10. And Corey, what are you seeing down there?
Well, Keeley has that's the 3rd punt that he's had a chance to block today. Got one. Looked like he just pulled up a little bit right there at the shield. If he could have run through him like the last time, he probably easily could have got his hands on that one.
I think you may have been bored right there. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. Simpson at quarterback from the pistol with Daniel Hill to his right. Bama with 3 wideouts and a tight end to the right side. Low snap, but Ty picks it up. Looking down the middle of the field, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35 to the 30 to the 25, down to the 20-yard line. Caleb Lyons, the 4th-year junior from Antioch, Tennessee, a transfer from Morehead State, was able to pick it off and provide the one defensive highlight of the day so far for Eastern Illinois. And Bama had a man down briefly. It was Daniel Hill, but thankfully he gets up, and the trainers will head back to the Bama sideline. But an underthrown pass. It looked like he had a man there, but a rare pick thrown by Ty Simpson. That is only his 3rd of the year.
He's trying to go to Ryan Williams on a deep square end route, but that safety linebacker kind of hung in there in that whole player position. Caleb Lyons was able to go up and high point it.
So Kellum at running back with Wolf as the QB now. Hands it off, and there is absolutely nowhere to go. Bama wrapping up on the play. Edric Hill making the stop. The Kansas City, Missouri native. Recording a loss of 4 on the play.
4 on a running play. Heck of a job. I mean, it's almost like this defense in front said, no, we're going to knock them out of field goal range right here.
That would be very, very nice. No idea what the referee said, but it sounded a bit like Lou Gehrig as he made his proclamation. As the snap goes to Wolf, pressure coming, and he's back down at the 31. Bray Hubbard recording the 2nd sack of the game for the Crimson Tide defense.
Boy, this drive has not gone well for Eastern Illinois. 2 consecutive negative plays. Bray Hubbard just completely unblocked. We brought more than they could pick up. Bray Hubbard making sure to wrap up the quarterback down around the 29-yard line.
You get the impression that 3 may be more than they could block at times with as effective as the Bama front has been so far. All the way back at their own 29-yard line. 1st down marker is at the Bama 6. They'll try to check down to a screen. They'll spin, and they won't get back to the 30-yard line. Another negative play for Eastern Illinois. Charles Kellum on the receiving end of the throw, and Zabian Brown, the first Crimson helmet there to greet him. And yeah, Tyler, they're going to have to go for it here back at their own 31-yard line.
That'd be about a 48-yard field goal attempt. Biggest thing here, you know you're probably going to get some sort of jump ball. Obviously, you would expect Alabama to play zone coverage and keep the eyes in the backfield. Play soft. Understand where the sticks are. Can't have a pass interference.
Red Morgan, Keon Sabb, and Bray Hubbard, 3 men deep. Actually, a 2-safety look now as they will fire on the slant across the middle, and that's incomplete. A big hit delivered by Bray on the intended receiver right around the 15-yard line. It was C.J. Nelson who got separated from the football, and maybe a kidney as well. 5:21 to go in quarter number 2. Alabama turns away Eastern Illinois. The Tide will take over on downs, leading 21-0 when we come back on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Tide pride. When I'm carrying the University of Alabama Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Bama gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra Roll Tide from the cashier too. Visit regions.com/GoBama to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC.
Like a bold cigar on the third Saturday in October, this is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
Tide fans, are you ready for game day in Tuscaloosa? Don't miss the ultimate pregame experience this season at Vector Security Champions Lane, opening 4 hours before each home game. This fan fest has everything you need to get pumped for kickoff. Located next to the Walk of Champions, you'll enjoy live music, player autographs, the best food trucks from all over Alabama, and ice-cold beer in our Legends Lounge Beer Garden, where there's never a cover charge. Check out ChampionsLane.com each week for the latest updates. Roll Tide!
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Alabama Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
21-0 Alabama leading Eastern Illinois with still 5:21 remaining here in the second quarter. This broadcast brought to you by Nature made to care for fans on game day and every day, the official vitamin and supplement of Alabama football. So the Crimson Tide defense getting the stop, and now we'll see the offense back on the field, and Tyler for Ty Simpson trying to bounce back after an interception on his last play.
Yeah, let's get focused right here if you're Ty Simpson. I wouldn't be surprised if Alabama came out and tried to give him a little bit of confidence, maybe give him a little bit of cushion, but he needs to be a little sharper in his play. I mean, it's something he kind of struggled with over the last several weeks. Need him hitting on all cylinders.
Alabama with a 21-0 lead, 5:21 to go in the second. Ty Simpson at quarterback threw a pick on his last pass, and Jam Miller in the backfield to join him now. Caden Proctor at left tackle with Cam Newberry at left guard. The center today, Gino Vandermark is the starter with Parker Brailsford out with an injury, not expected to be serious, and force him to miss next week's game. Wilkin Formby and Michael Carroll on the right side of the line, I believe. Maybe Jaden Roberts, though, actually, and it is. As the run goes to Miller, left side, he's got room. 35-40, still on his feet, 45 across midfield before he gets shoved out of bounds. A nice double-digit yard rushing attempt for Alabama to the 45 of the Panthers. 24-yard pickup and a bank first down.
Jalen Hill lined up at the left wideout position, and he came cracking down, and Jam Miller is able to get to the edge. Jawan Nixon, the only defender that was able to knock him out of bounds. Otherwise, it's a touchdown.
Jalen Mbakwe in the game at wideout to the far right, along with tight end Jay Lindsey, who split to that side. Everybody will shift in tight now with Jam as the lone running back to the left of Ty from the pistol. Handoff to Jam up the gut, lowers his shoulder, runs over one man, and only gets a yard on that play.
Jam Miller tackled by Jordan Stewart.
So a little disappointing not able to get more in those one-on-one contacts. I know it's easier said than done, but we also gotten spoiled.
And Jam goes so low when he takes contact. Obviously, the defender's almost pushing him towards the ground, but you got to keep driving your legs and twist and turn, spin, do whatever's necessary. He picked up 2.
4 minutes to go here in the quarter. Still 21-0 Bama here late in the first half. Jam to the right of Ty, handoff, nope, Ty's going to keep it himself, directing traffic, 40, 35, stays on his feet to the 30-yard line before he gets knocked out of bounds. 15-yard pickup and a bank first down. Isaiah Hooey is the one who gets knocked down as we'll send it down to Corey Reamer.
The interesting thing to note today, it looks like Ryan Grubb is on the sideline calling plays as your offensive coordinator today. A little change-up. Usually he's been in the booth all season. Just maybe wanted to see if being down here, being able to communicate with his players is a little bit more effective. Do a little change-up today.
From the 30-yard line, Isaiah Horton and Rico Scott along with Lottie Brooks are your wideouts. Tight end offset to the right, I believe, is Edwards. Check that. It's the freshman Marshall Pritchett. Pass will go to him, makes the grab, tried to break a tackle, and fights forward across the 25 down to the 24. High red zone opportunity for Bama now as Moses Alexander made the stop.
Quick release there. Easy completion for Ty Simpson. And using the big frame of these tight ends to drag defenders down the field close to the first down mark once again. Nice gain of 6 or 7.
2:40 inside the 25-yard line. And moving. Time left here in the first half. Bama on top 21-0. Looking for more as Jam Miller is the single setback. Simpson will operate under center on this one with 2 wideouts left and a tight end to the left of the formation as well. Also one to the right. Tall sweep, setting up a fake reverse as Jam will keep it on his hip, cuts it back up and gets across the 25 to the 24. Read well by the Panthers. They didn't bite on the fake.
Well, they did a good job of pursuing afterwards. I'm not sure that he should have cut that ball back up, though. He had a nice wave of offensive linemen and tight ends leading blocks, and for some reason he cut it back up for just a short game.
Got the 2-minute timeout with Bama on top 21-0 and threatening for more when we return on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, college football fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Absolutely. 2 minutes remaining in this second quarter. It's the Crimson Tide with a 21-0 lead. Trying to build on it as the ball is at the 22-yard line for the Crimson Tide. Bama fans, after another Alabama victory, drop by and celebrate at Full Moon Barbecue. Now with 16 locations, there's always one near you. It's the best little pork house in Alabama. Join us next for the Full Moon Barbecue halftime report. Tyler Watts, hopefully more points to talk about for the Crimson Tide. Alabama's been so good throughout this season, running this offense right before halftime.
Yeah, and here's another opportunity on third and about 3 or so with 2 minutes to go. Punch this one in right now. You never know. You might be able to get a 3 and out and have an opportunity to have your hands on the ball one more time before halftime. Obviously, you're going to get the opening kick in the second half, so you want to make sure that you have great ball security here on this possession.
Corey Reamer, Alabama would love to have more momentum going into the locker room. You get it to 28, you feel pretty good about doing what you want to do in half number 2. We'll hear from Corey in a few moments. And he will be getting Coach DeBoer at halftime as well, as the Tide will come back out on third and a couple. Mbakwe is going to be one of the wideouts. Also, Jalen Hale, the third-year sophomore out of Longview, Texas, on the field. Edwards and Lindsey will be the tight ends. And Jam Miller, the senior from Tyler, Texas, Legacy High School, will be the running back. 2 tight ends to the right side for Alabama. As Simpson works from the pistol. He'll get Miller to shift to his left. He'll hand it off to him. Jam will make a man miss. He'll fight forward. He'll get to the 20, and that should be enough for the bank first down, and also put us inside that Chick-fil-A red zone. A double payoff for Alabama on that one.
Really nice, tough running by Jam Miller. He took contact around the line of scrimmage, was able to bounce off, keep those feet churning, get up just enough for the first down here. I think Alabama's going to be content just to score on this possession. Not too much in a rush.
1:38 time remaining, and Caden Proctor, the single setback, now will go in motion to the left side. They swing it out to him. They set up the big old bubble screen, and he'll get a couple of yards on the play. And again, something else to put on film and make people watch for next week. And if you're going to try that, dear Lord, that's the place to do it.
Look, in their defense, Eastern Illinois defended that a whole lot better than Georgia did.
Yes, they did.
It only picked up about a yard or so.
Did indeed. But again, unlike the Georgia game where they just stuck him out there to the left, actually put him in the backfield and put him in motion. Kevin Riley in the backfield now. And we've got a timeout called by Eastern Illinois. Corey, are they trying to recover from what they just experienced on the previous play?
I'm not standing in front of that guy trying to tackle him. I promise you that. He's got to catch your breath after trying to bring that big boy down. He's got some good footwork. Did you see him motioning out there, too? Quick little turnaround, got hands.
Hey, Corey.
Shout out to Mike Johnson with the offensive line, our athletes, too.
Corey, Caden Proctor has gotten so confident. I watched him walking out of the tunnel, and he had his shirt rolled up, showing off the abs. Well,
as long as he doesn't act like a skill player, we still need him to play left tackle for us. You know, we don't need him to turn into a little soft skill player, these wide receiver types.
Starts with the kickers, now it's on skill players.
I mean, we're not just hating on that. Just a position group in general. You know the drill. You always need a little love, some prima donnas, you know. They
keeping everybody in check, right?
That's what we got.
He joined us on the Kayla DeBoer show the other night talking about that. It was pretty entertaining. You can find it online at rolltide.com as Kevin Riley's in the backfield to the right of Ty Simpson, who operates from the pistol. Hands it off to Riley, running left. Gets a block, gets it across the 15. Oh, they're going to throw a flag behind the play.
Yeah, it's on Rico Scott.
Rico Scott. I thought Rico tried to hold up from that. Did I see it wrong?
I think he got a little push in the back there at the tail end.
Just a little. Just a little push.
Number 11, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. We play second down.
I think this is a right call, though. Got to move your feet, make sure hand placement is correct. Caden Proctor doing a good job of looping out to the outside. And yeah, it was definitely Rico Scott with a push in the black, but Caden Proctor getting up to the second level on a DB. And a lot of times you just try to run through those guys and redirect them. He actually locked up with one, was driving him down the field.
Minute 18 to go in the half. Second and 18 upcoming. Riley again in the backfield to the right of Simpson. Probably engineering his last drive of the game. Just a guess on my part. Waiting on the snap, gets it. Ty looking, firing downfield. Got a man. Mbakwe at the 5. Jalen cuts it back, trying to fight away, but can't. He's brought down at the 2. Clay Chalkville High School product, Jalen Mbakwe almost got the touchdown there. A 26-yard pickup, though, back inside the 5, first and goal.
And if he had not had to stop to make sure he stayed in bounds, this would have been an easy touchdown. He was completely wide open, ball thrown just a hair too late. Heck of a job getting inside the 1, though.
Simpson from the pistol again, hands it off to Riley, right up the gut, walks into the end zone untouched for a touchdown, Alabama. 1:05 to play before halftime, and Bama puts it up to 27-0.
Able to overcome the block in the back by Rico Scott. Just a simple corner route by Mbakwe, but he gets lost in coverage, was able to tiptoe the sideline, getting it inside the 5-yard line, and finished off once again by Kevin Riley.
The freshman from Wexford, Pennsylvania, Peter Notaro, on to try his 5th PAT of the season. Snap and spot are good. The kick is up, and Notaro boots it through. And it's now 28-0. Your Bromberg scoring drive recap, 9 plays, 69 yards, 4:16 off the game clock. Kevin Riley with the touchdown run, and Notaro with the PAT. And Corey Reamer, nice to see Alabama finish this half the way they did offensively.
Yeah, this is the goal.
Not perfect, but close.
Yeah, you've got 28 points on the board. You've been taking care of business. Exactly what you wanted to see out of this team coming into this game. You know, it's not the same opponents that we've been facing the last few weeks, but these guys have come out and executed the way they want to, limited the mistakes, only had really one with that interception, been playing pretty hard. It's exactly what you want the first half of this type of a game to look like.
And Tyler Watts, very focused, this Alabama team from the get-go.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. And Corey talked about that early on, about just what's the demeanor on the sideline. And guys were locked in, very much, only focused on today and what they needed to accomplish. And it looked really good in all phases of the game.
Talty on to kick it off. He boots this one towards the end zone, and it'll be fielded a yard deep for a fair catch by Carleon Neal. So, Panthers will have it 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line.
How aggressive is Kalen DeBoer right here? You have 3 timeouts, minute 5 to go. The Eastern Illinois has not been able to do much of anything offensively. In fact, we have what is their total yardage so far? It's got to be close to net neutral.
It would be a grand total of 12 yards.
Okay, 12 yards.
-1 rushing, 13 through the air. And by the way, -1 rushing with an 18-yard pickup on one play. Single setback to the right of their quarterback, and they'll pick up a couple on first down. That's Kellum.
So we're going to call a timeout here.
Yeah.
Force a punt. Let's put our offense back on there.
Timeout, Alabama.
And I like this.
Yeah. Of the half. This will be
no offense, obviously. You're not trying to run it up or anything, but you talk about scenarios of where you might have to do this in the future. Put your offense back on the field. Who knows? Maybe Connor Talty comes out and gets an opportunity for a 28, 38-yard field goal try.
And again, you want to do that now, Corey Reamer, rather than fourth quarter when you probably don't have your frontline guys out there and available. So a 2nd down and 8 upcoming. 1 minute exactly to go before halftime. Mincy, Ivan Taylor, and Chuck McDonald III all in the secondary right now for Alabama as they'll run it right up the gut and get blown backwards on the play. How about the job by Justin Hill, the freshman linebacker out of Winton Woods High School in Ohio, and fun to see those guys step up big again, Corey.
Yeah, it is. It's good to get these guys some reps, and I promise you that I'm listening to you talk. I was not ignoring you the first time you came down here, trying to get ready for the halftime interview.
I totally understand and not offended in the least.
I'm not ignoring you. A couple times I've been talking to myself, but that time I just completely missed.
First of all, I've been in your role before. Also, you're not the first person that would ignore me if you did.
It's just a good thing that the football team is executing better than I am today.
It's not your fault. I haven't exactly put it on the tee perfectly for you, partner, as now a 3rd down upcoming for Eastern Illinois. They are just 1 of 6 so far. See if they try a shot downfield. Two wideouts near side, tight end to the right. They'll run it right up the gut again, and Bama will greet them at the line again. And once more, good job by Caden Jones, and I believe Isaiah Faga may have been involved on that stop as well. He was. Got him first, I think, and then Bama uses its final timeout with 52 seconds to go, and they will get the football back. And again, I said probably the last time you see Ty Simpson, but we'll probably see him here as he's been really good in 2 minutes with no timeouts.
Yeah, he has. Last several games, he has marched right down the field and understands how to use the field, where to throw the football. Obviously, a first down is going to stop the clock, but anything short of that, and you risk running out of time before the halftime. But he has done such a nice job of giving his football team an opportunity to put extra points on, steal points, really, right before half.
Never a good sign when the punter is your star of the half, as it is for Eastern Illinois. Mason Miller averaging 48.5 yards per punt on 4 attempts so far, including a 55-yarder on his first attempt. Cole Adams stands back on his own 29, waiting on the punt to come from shadows to sun. And Cole will field it at his 21. Splits 2 defenders, gets spun around and brought down at the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 Alabama after another 50-plus yard punt for Miller. That one covering 53 yards.
He's good.
He is good.
He is good.
And I've already checked. He's out of eligibility. Graduate transfer. He also, earlier in his career, like Alabama's punter Blake Dowd, played at an NAIA school.
Shouldn't count.
That's right.
Neither should junior college or anything else Diego Pavia's been to.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything about NAIA schools. So I'm a proud alum of one. Here's the snap to Simpson. Plenty of time. Fires downfield, nearly intercepted. He was trying to connect.
He's not seeing that right now.
Yeah, he's not. It was trying to connect with Lottie Brooks and falls incomplete, and it was Juwan Nixon who almost got the pick there, Corey.
Lottie Brooks just running across the middle right there, decides to sit the route down, and Ty Simpson had already thrown it to where he was headed to, so just a miss right there.
Yep, mentioned Nixon, as Roger pointed out, a Tuscaloosa native, as Simpson steps up in the pocket. Now he wants to run, and he'll get good yardage. Now trying to get to the boundary, and he can't. He gets chopped down right at the 35-yard line. A big hit delivered by Isaiah. Ian Fridge also with a hit.
Anytime in 2 minutes, though, you can't afford to scramble around for too long. You got to go north and south and pick up the first yard, down yardage, or throw it away. 14 seconds remaining, and a timeout is called by Eastern Illinois. Got too many men on the field. They tried to do a substitution, and were real close to getting caught with 12 men on the field.
Break for Alabama to a degree in that you do get the clock stopped with 12 seconds, but probably could have used that extra 15 yards as well right there. Boy, Ty gets hit on the hip like that. It concerns you more than a little bit, but seems to be just fine.
For a skill player, as Corey would say.
Yeah. Again, I'm staying out of that one. As a former walk-on golfer at the aforementioned NAIA school, I'm gonna stay out of the toughness arguments. 12 seconds to go in the half. Alabama trying to get in field goal range. They'll send Horton and Brooks wide right. They got Hollywood near side. At the moment anyway, Jam is offset to the left with a tight end offset to the right. So an empty backfield for Ty, who gets the snap. Looking, stepping up in the pocket, breaks a tackle. Now he'll fire, near side, catches made, get out of bounds, Hollywood. He's going to get brought down. We got to hurry as they got a player down for Eastern Illinois, and that's another break for the Crimson Tide. Is we're going to stop the clock to move the chains, or is it at all zeros now?
No, at a minimum, it should be 2 seconds. He was down with at least 2 seconds to go.
They'll review this, I'm sure. But an injured player down for Eastern Illinois, which would allow Alabama to either snap the football to throw one towards the end zone or try a very long field goal. Either way, it would be house money. Up 28-0, and with the benefit of one more play as they'll review it, I would assume. And each official review brought to you by Ziegler Meats.
Timer. Please put 1 second back on the game clock.
There's 2.
Due to the defensive injury under 10 seconds, though there was a first down, this applies for a 10-second runoff. Alabama will decline the 10-second runoff. The game clock will go on the snap.
Pick up the same Ziegler Jumbo Frank served in Bryant-Denny Stadium at your local grocery store. Ziegler Meats, a tradition of great taste for over 90 years, and proud to be the official hot dog of the Crimson Tide. It was Kifa Pereira who was injured and is helped to the near sideline. And Bama will get 1 second on the clock, and they will, as they operate from the 38-yard line of Eastern Illinois, go with an empty backfield and 5 men in formation. Simpson stepping up in the pocket, has all day, looking now, will fire deep towards the end zone. A jump ball football that is going to be won by the Panthers. So it's intercepted in the end zone, and the half will come to a close. And we'll head to the locker room with a 28-0 advantage. Dylan Conway, the second-year freshman out of Chicago, made the pick for the Panthers. That is their second interception of the half. And Tyler, not a perfect half, but 28-0 is still 28-0.
Yeah, you're always looking much deeper on these type of games, though, is how you're performing and what all you're doing well defensively, playing outstanding, really limiting what Eastern Illinois is able to do offensively. I think you're playing really well. Quarterback has some things he needs to continue to work on, and outside of that, I think you got to be pretty pleased where you are.
Here's Corey with Coach.
Coach, team came out, looked like they were focused for this game, executing pretty well. What's your thoughts so far on the first half?
Yeah, I mean, just situational things like right there. We got to understand the clock's more important than 3 or 5 yards. So, that's what we can work on in these moments. And we're getting a lot of guys opportunities to get out there, build some depth. Some new guys in some new spots up on the offensive line. So there's been a little bit of, it's more communication, identification. But, the defense done a nice job. And we'll just keep playing. We got to keep executing. So we'll get a lot of guys a chance in the second half.
Appreciate it, Coach. Roll Tide.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Corey. Thank you, T-Mobile. They present us Coach DeBoer at the half. Alabama rolls with T-Mobile, the best mobile network in the U.S., according to Ookla speed test. 28-0. Alabama leading Eastern Illinois at the half. We're back with all the numbers from the first 30 minutes of play when we return here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
The mix of salty sea air and burnt rubber. The big skies, high banks, and grandstands. The rumble in your chest. That's what we love about the Daytona 500. Honoring history and making it. At the biggest race of the year on the biggest stage of a lifetime. The Daytona 500. You gotta see it to believe it. February 15th, 2026. Secure your experience now at Daytona500.com.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Tide pride. When I'm carrying the University of Alabama Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Bama gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra Roll Tide from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/GoBama to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC, member FDIC.
We're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
Hi, this is Coach Kalen DeBoer. Coke Zero Sugar is the Coke taste you love with zero sugar. Try it today and roll Tide.
Kohl's has 20% off gifts that are so good, your family might think you read their minds. Check off your list now with cozy, thoughtful, and stylish gifts that will make them say, "How did you know?" Yep, with these presents from Kohl's, you're going to leave them feeling impressed and convinced that you're a psychic. Shop Kohl's for an extra 20% off gifts that are the perfect fit. Select styles. Offer ends November 22nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
This is the Full Moon Barbecue Halftime Report on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield. Full Moon Barbecue, the best little pork house in Alabama. Alabama football is also brought to you by Coca-Cola. Fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola. Golden Flake, the official potato chip of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Allstate, you're in good hands. Bud Light, proud sponsor of Alabama Athletics. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. And by Ford, proud partner of the Crimson Tide. The Full Moon Barbecue Halftime Report starts now.
Halftime in Tuscaloosa. Our score, Alabama 28, Eastern Illinois 0. Welcome to the Full Moon Barbecue Halftime Report. I'm Roger Hoover. The game, stats, and facts are brought to you by Cadence Bank. Cadence Bank is a proud partner of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Cadence, there's opportunity here. Crimson Tide outscoring Eastern Illinois 14-0 in both the first and the second quarter to build up this 28-0 lead at the break. Individually, Alabama quarterback Ty Simpson, 11 of 16 passing for 147 yards, no touchdowns but 2 interceptions, including one right at the end of the first half for Ty Simpson. Top rusher has been Jan Miller with 11 carries for 62 yards, 1 touchdown, also 2 touchdowns on the ground by Kevin Riley, and 1 rushing touchdown as well by Daniel Hill. Top receiver has been Kevin Riley, 2 catches for 31 yards, also Isaiah Horton and A.K. Deere, both with 2 catches as well for Alabama. In terms of total offense, 268 yards for the Tide compared to only 12 yards for the Panthers, 147 passing yards for Alabama, 121 yards on the ground for the Crimson Tide. The Domino's Drive for Dough is presented by your locally owned and operated Domino's in Tuscaloosa. If Bama scores on its first drive in the second half, Joseph Riley from Montgomery will win a gift card for the amount of yards in the scoring drive. Enter to win on the RolledTide.com contest page to be the next Domino's Drive for Dough winner. In football, there's always a great winner and a loser. But when it comes to great Southern barbecue, there is only one winner. Full Moon Barbecue, voted one of America's top 10 barbecue joints, and now with 16 locations to serve you. You're listening to the Full Moon Barbecue Halftime Report. Up next, we'll check scores from around the country and the SEC with Jet Ainsworth at our studios, giving you the Alabama Power scoreboard update. Our score at halftime at Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, Alabama 28, Eastern Illinois 0. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Dad, are you going to make s'mores or not?
Air mattress inflated, tablet charged. Yes, ready.
I thought the point of camping was to get away from it all.
I've been really responsible with my savings. Not to spoil myself un poquito.
Mother Nature. Meet my dad, the Glamping King.
Glamp your way to financial growth with a checking or savings account from Cadence Bank. There's opportunity here. Find a branch near you at cadencebank.com. Equal opportunity lender, member FDIC.
The secret ingredient to any SEC tailgate, no matter who you're cheering for, is Conecuh sausage. This is bipartisan. Across the entire SEC nation, every SEC team needs to be serving Conecuh sausage. It can be served in a variety of ways. You can eat it in a sausage dog. It can be inside baked beans. Or you can just grill it and eat it with some mustard. The flavor is so good, slightly spicy, juicy with a little snap. It doesn't matter who you're cheering for. This is one thing all of us SEC fans can get behind. Conecuh sausage.
Crimson Tide football lives here. This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
Did you know that your largest organ is your skin? The Wound Care Center at DCH is an outpatient clinic focused on modern treatments for chronic wounds and non-healing sores. Our team is staffed with dedicated physicians, nurses, and therapists who specialize in treating chronic wounds and identifying their complex causes, circumstances, and challenges. When you need more than a Band-Aid, there's the DCH Wound Care Center. Learn more about our services at dchsystem.com/wound care.
Domino's delivers game days across Tuscaloosa and the surrounding area. Locally owned and operated in Tuscaloosa for over 30 years, the team at Domino's is proud to be a supporter of Alabama football and athletics across the capstone. Domino's would like to thank our customers for supporting our local business for over 30 years. Make Domino's your choice on game days year-round and enter our weekly Drive for Dough contest this football season. Domino's is proud to deliver your Alabama Crimson Tide game days anytime. Visit RollDominoes.com. Thanks from Domino's and Roll Tide.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Alabama. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university. Live from the Learfield Network Studios, this is the College Scoreboard.
The Crimson Tide are enjoying a 28-0 halftime lead. I'm Jet Ainsworth. This is your Alabama Power scoreboard update with the latest scores from the SEC and around the nation. When you cheer, we cheer. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Already a couple results in the books. Number 1, Ohio State, and number 3, Texas A&M. both winners by a lot today. We'll have a full look at scores from around the country and the SEC in just a moment. Alabama's halftime highlights are presented by Hellman's Real Mayonnaise. Hellman's Real Mayonnaise. Do dip with Hellman's and do no wrong. Well, just like in past weeks, Alabama has had some help from the defense, from special teams, and of course from the offense. But again this week, it starts with a defensive play.
Play action, rolls to his right, fires back across his body. It's off the receiver and into the hands of the DB, Deshaun Lee. Great concentration on the part of the Bama quarter. Dearius Smith had it, bobbled it, and then Deshaun just took it right off his back. So the Tide defense with a takeaway early.
The Crimson Tide would also score early.
Two tight ends offset to the right, and two tight ends lined up on the right. I wonder what we're going to do here. Stretch handoff to Jam, goes up the gut, gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama.
Jam Miller with a touchdown. Daniel Hill would then add another.
Single setback is Hill. Simpson handing it off to Daniel, right up the gut. He walks into the end zone. Touchdown. Untouched from 7 yards, Daniel Hill scoring the second Bama touchdown of this opening quarter.
So a little defense and a little offense. How about some special teams?
Panthers will punt it away. The first one covered 55 yards, and with pressure coming, it's blocked. Bama got a hand on it, a scramble for the loose ball, and the Panthers recover, but the Tide will have it inside the 15. Keon Keeley is the man who came in, got the block, and the Tide takes over again in great field position.
The Tide would then extend their lead thanks to Kevin Riley with some touchdowns in stereo.
Edwards and Lindsey, the two tight ends in the game with two wideouts right. Riley in the backfield to the left of Simpson. Gets it from the pistol, hands it off to Kevin right up the gut. He is 3 yards in before they touch him. Touchdown, Alabama. The Tide now with a 20-0 lead with 10:04 to go in quarter number 2.
Second verse, same as the first.
Simpson from the pistol again. Hands it off to Riley right up the gut. Walks into the end zone untouched for a touchdown, Alabama. 1:05 to play before halftime, and Bama puts it up to 27-0.
Now 28-0, that halftime lead for the Tide. Alabama's halftime highlights are presented by Hellman's Real Mayonnaise. On the other side of this break, we'll take a look at scores from around the nation. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Get ready to rev up your engines and feel the excitement at Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac. We've got the perfect ride to match your style and adventure. Visit us at our showroom at Skyland Boulevard and let our friendly team help you find the vehicle of your dreams. Barkley Buick GMC Cadillac, where hometown pride and unbeatable deals collide. Drive with passion with Barkley. Visit us today or check us out online at barkleygmc.com.
Wherever you are, unlock your full potential with the University of Alabama Online. Choose from over 100 flexible degree and certificate programs that fit around your schedule. Earn the same degree as you would on campus with the same affordable tuition rate for every state and a legendary alumni network that is second to none. Advance your career and change your life with the University of Alabama Online, where legends log in. Get started today at online.ua.edu.
This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
Huddle up, football fans. Tailgate season is here, and nobody gets you ready for the game like Academy Sports and Outdoors. Swing by your local Academy store or shop online at academy.com to find everything you need, from grills to jerseys and more. Don't forget to stop by our newest store in Birmingham on Highway 280. Fun can't lose, and neither can you. Gear up today at Academy Sports and Outdoors, proud sponsor of the Crimson Tide.
We're just about ready for kickoff. Score 0-0. And suddenly, I'm in the mood for a Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar. That hits the spot. When it comes to great taste, Coke Zero Sugar's always on the scoreboard. Coke Zero Sugar. Real Coke taste, zero sugar.
Hi, this is Coach Kalen DeBoer. Coke Zero Sugar is the Coke taste you love with zero sugar. Try it today and roll Tide.
Live from the Learfield Network Studios, this is the College Scoreboard.
This is your Alabama Power Scoreboard update with the latest scores from the SEC and around the nation. When you cheer, we cheer. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Alabama Crimson Tide. A lot of action around the SEC. As mentioned earlier, Texas A&M, they are still undefeated. They win big.
Waist-high snap to Marcel Reed in the pocket, taking a shot. Oh, he's got Ashton Bethel-Roman caught. 10-5 touchdown. ABR.
Andrew Monaco with the call from Learfield. 48-0 the score. The Aggies beat Samford today. A&M now 11-0. 8th-ranked Oklahoma, they pick up a much-needed home win against visiting Missouri.
Missouri brings 4. Mateer to throw, does across the middle, got Satania on the run. There he goes, picking him up, putting him down. Isaiah Satania, he's at the 10, he's at the 5. Painter, touchdown, 87 yards, and the Sooners lead it.
Toby Rowland with the call from Learfield. 17-6 the final. The Sooners now 9-2 overall, 5-2 in league play. Missouri falls to 7-4 and 3-4. 4th-ranked Georgia, they were a winner this week, 10-1 now. They win in Athens over Charlotte, 35-3. Elsewhere around college football, Auburn leading at the half against Mercer, 35-17 the score. Also Kentucky and Vanderbilt, they are now underway in Nashville, midway through the first quarter. No score in that one. Next up, the second half kickoff with Chris Stewart, Tyler Watts, Roger Hoover, and Corey Reamer. I'm Jet Ainsworth. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Dad, light's green.
Oh, right.
Oh, what fun it is to save on the entire Toyota lineup at Toyotathon. Get 1,000 holiday bonus cash on certain new Toyota vehicles. Offer valid through December 1st, 2025. Offer entitles 1,000 holiday bonus cash on the retail purchase or lease of certain new and untitled 2025 and 2026 Toyota vehicles. This offer is valid when combined with special APR and special lease programs or with lease rate programs. Exclusions apply. See dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Hey college football fans, it's sideline reporter Molly McGrath teaming up with Evan Williams Bourbon to welcome you to Bourbon Nation, the home of Game Day's #1 pour. We're celebrating every snap from coast to coast because it doesn't matter what colors you wear as long as Evan's there. Find a bottle near you at evanwilliams.com and enjoy the smooth, rich taste of my favorite Kentucky bourbon at your next tailgate. Roll Tide. Evan Williams Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, Bardstown, Kentucky, 43% alcohol by volume, must be 21 plus, enjoy responsibly.
If you're looking for the best selection in Crimson Tide apparel, look no further than the Soup Store. The Soup Store is every Bama fan's ultimate destination for the hottest gear and accessories, with 3 great locations around campus to serve you: in Tuscaloosa on campus at the University Student Center, on the Strip in front of Bryant-Denny Stadium, and on Bryant Drive. If you can't get to Tuscaloosa, shop the Soup Store online at soupstore.ua.edu. The Soup Store is a proud partner of Alabama Athletics.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Alabama Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
This has been the Full Moon Barbecue Halftime Report. Full Moon Barbecue, the best little porkhouse in Alabama. Alabama football is also brought to you by Cadence Bank. Cadence Bank is a proud partner of the Crimson Tide. Barkley GMC, Barkley Buick GMC, where Barkley makes it easy. Hellman's Real Mayonnaise. Do dip with Hellman's and do no wrong. And by Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places. Now let's go back to the stadium for the call of the second half. Roll Tide.
No, this is Brandon. Alabama in front, 28-0 over Eastern Illinois, as as we prepare to start the third quarter of action. Roger Hoover, glad to welcome you inside the Alabama Credit Union broadcast booth, proudly serving Alabama communities for over 67 years. Final home game of the season. We have had Senior Day, not just for the Crimson Tide football team, but also at halftime following their performance for the $1 Million Band, and all of their seniors recognized as well. Today's game is sponsored by Nature Made, made to care for fans on game day and every day. Nature Made, the official vitamin and supplement of Alabama football. Now ready to resume action. It's the Crimson Tide 28, the Panthers of Eastern Illinois nothing here on a gorgeous Saturday in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And as we continue live inside the Alabama Credit Union broadcast booth, of course on the call as we get ready for the second quarter of play, the voice of the Crimson Tide, Chris Stewart.
Roger, thank you so very much. As again, the sun long since overtaking the clouds here in Tuscaloosa. Good to see that be the case. A very pleasant, really warm afternoon, though, especially for this time of the year, which can only mean that we will absolutely endure the worst of weather next week when we head to the loveliest village on the plains. And Tide and the Tigers kick things off in a night game, and we will be on the air 3 hours prior, as usual. Drew Schiller, redshirt freshman from New Lenox, Illinois, will kick things off for EIU. Cole Adams, Lightzier Brooks are the deep men for the Crimson Tide. It'll be a short kick. Near side, Adams fields it at the 21, splits defenders at the 30, 35. It gets up to the 40, where he's going to be brought down there. A 19-yard return from Cole that gives Alabama great starting field position. Second best starting position for a drive today.
Yeah, Cole Adams, you don't want to run him on your goal line offense, but man, he can make a guy miss in the punt game. I mean, in the kickoff game, he's so good in traffic of making the first man miss.
A lot of first-teamers out there, but not at quarterback. Austin Mack getting the opportunity to begin half number 2. The transfer from Washington, a redshirt sophomore, Loomis, California native. 8 of 11 on the year for 80 yards, 2 touchdowns so far. Kevin Riley in the backfield. Keeping it himself will be Mack, getting across the 45 to about the 46-yard line. A nice 5-yard pickup for the big quarterback for Alabama.
Just a zone read concept. Reading that backside defensive end. He collapses, so Mack pulls it out and gets north and south for a nice gain on first down.
Sepeki Maeva making the stop at linebacker, or strong safety, actually, for EIU. Riley in the backfield, looking, firing to Riley. Will be Mack, and that'll be enough for a first down on a 6-yard gain. Moses Alexander making the stop. And a bank first down again for the Crimson Tide. Going hurry up here. Running their offense, Derek Meadows, Rico Scott going wide to the right side. Trips are stacked to the left, including Riley, and now everybody will shift as Mack makes the signal. Brody Dalton, one of the tight ends, had a catch earlier. Handoff going to Riley. Nice cutback for the from the slap me, all you Tuscaloosa County High fans, for getting the Northport native from the other side of the county, but he is a County High product who picks up good yardage, 7 or 8 on first down. Will Conformi running interference. He is a Northridge product from Tuscaloosa himself. A.K. Deere now in the backfield to the left of Mack, who works from the pistol. Give you Ty Simpson's numbers in a moment, as Mack will get the snap, fires it out to his tight end, makes the catch at the 35 and stays on his feet. It's Dalton who does a great job of battling. Second time he has drug a would-be tackler an extra couple of yards to get a first down. Simpson goes 11 of 16 for 147. No touchdowns, 2 picks in his time at quarterback in the first half. And Mack will begin, as we said, the second half of play for the Tide. Deere in the backfield to his left, operating again from the pistol. Handoff to Deere, who goes right edge, then cuts it back 20. Stays on his feet near the 15-yard line. Actually, they'll spot it back at the 17. Dalton, who had the catch and run earlier, runs interference on that play for a gain of 13 and another bank first down.
A little counter play here back to the right side of the line of scrimmage following his blockers. And this is how Alabama, we expected them to come out and dominate the line of scrimmage running the football. So far, attacking the edges on this drive, picking up huge clips every down.
Back inside the Chick-fil-A red zone at the 18 of Eastern Illinois. Play action, swinging it out near side. Adams, 15, 10, 5, and finally drug out of bounds inside the 3. Cole Adams, nice tough running after the grab for a gain of 14. First and goal, Bama after another bank first down.
Just a little bubble screen off of the play action. He does such a nice job of weaving in traffic and getting an open space. Close to the goal line, unable to cross the plane. Sets up shop here at the 4-yard line.
It does indeed come back to the 4 as Bama will break the huddle with Deere in the Wildcat formation, or the Wild Deer formation, however you want to go with it. Snap goes directly to him, right up the gut. He's going to get close to the goal line. It's a gain of 4, but the play started at the 4.5, and so it'll be second and goal from there. Aiden Archibald, the defensive end, saved a touchdown, and he may be the player that's down right now. Checking to see who the injured Panther is at the moment. As play is stopped. And I believe we are very soon going to take the break as well. We will indeed. 11:21 to go, third quarter. Alabama on top, 28-0. And knocking on the door to add to that total when we return here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Bomb Hours Victory Grill has introduced an all-new holiday menu to help you make your holidays legendary. This festive new menu is highlighted by 3 delicious holiday favorites, including Bomb Hours bringing back the popular and award-winning Hot Bama Brown. Bomb Hours version uses their almost fried turkey placed on barbecue bread with mushroom gravy, Blanco and Parmesan cheese, finished with applewood smoked bacon and fresh tomato, served with garlic mashed potatoes.
Hey Crimson Tide, when you bring Hellman's creamy buffalo chicken dip to the watch party, you can be a couch coach, cheer too loud, or worse, bring a friend who knows nothing about football.
How do they get the yellow line to move on the field?
Because when you do dip with Hellman's, you can do no wrong. That's a Hail Mayo. Hellman's, the official mayonnaise of Alabama athletics. Bring out the best.
Hey, Crimson Tide fans, it's college football season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Hail Marys and walk-on heroes. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Alabama football games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Let's go Crimson Tide. SeatGeek.
Crimson Tide leading 28-0 against Eastern Illinois. We just had an Andrews Sports Medicine injury timeout. Their team of doctors help you achieve victory over injury. Andrews Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider for the Crimson Tide, just saw a nose tackle, Cole Silzer, help to his feet and go back to the sideline for Eastern Illinois. Let's go down to the field to our Cooks Pest Control sideline reporter, Corey Reamer. Call Cooks Pest Control. Call Cooks to score superior protection from pests and termites. And Corey, great to see Alabama keep calling the number of AK Deer. We knew early in the season, preseason camp, he was being impressive for Alabama at that running back position and being used in really creative ways already in this drive.
Yeah, it's exciting to see him out there as well as Kevin Riley getting back in the mix. Those two guys just bring a different element to the running game, not just in the running game, but also in the passing game. Quick twitch guys that can make people miss. They find holes and they can hit them quickly. That's what I've seen so far. Both of them just put their foot in the ground and get north and south there at full speed by the second step. Just bring a different element than what we see from Daniel Hill and Jan Miller and their running style. So great to see those guys out there.
So Deere will be in the ball game as Bama has the first and goal back at the 2, or just inside of it actually. Pritchett and Lindsey will be the tight ends. Brody Dalton, a third tight end out there as well, will go from the pistol with Mack, the quarterback, and Deere lined up behind him in that formation. Now they shift him to his left. Handoff goes to Deere, trying to break a tackle and spin in, and I believe he did. Touchdown, Alabama. A.K. Deere getting into the end zone and giving Alabama a 34-0 lead with 11:03 to go in the third quarter.
Eastern Illinois thought they had him stopped shy of the goal line. However, as you mentioned, just continuing to twist and able to get that ball across. I'm sure it'll be reviewed.
Talty on to try the extra point for Alabama as they take a moment to review this one, but please be quick about it. Again, our official reviews taking place and presented by Ziegler Meats. Ziegler Meats, tradition of great taste for over 90 years and proud to be the official hot dog of the Crimson Tide. They stay with a touchdown. Talty's extra point attempt is up, and it is perfect. And the Crimson Tide makes it a 35-0 advantage. And Corey Raymer, great to see Alabama take advantage right out of the gate, take care of business, I should say, right out of the gate to begin the third quarter.
Yeah, it's something, we haven't done every single game. When we get the ball coming out of halftime, be able to drive the football down and put points on the board on the first drive is a good statement to make by this offense, especially when you got a bunch of young guys in there getting some reps. That's what you want to see. Put some more points on the board, get some more bodies in there taking care of business today.
Corey, talk just real briefly. Really the first time all day we've seen Alabama go with a little more tempo on the offensive side. What kind of issues does that present for a defense?
But especially if ones that are looking over the sideline trying to get their calls in, can't get lined up, you can't substitute. It's really difficult for us to get matched up, and you're playing fast and trying to get your calls in, get your defensive front set. If you're keeping it simple like we used to, we'd have one call and just go out there and play the same thing every single time.
Here's Peter Notaro to kick it off. The freshman again from Wexford, Pennsylvania, played at New Allegheny High School. First-year kicker for the Tide. Neal and Pearson again, the deep men for the Panthers, as the kick will sail towards the end zone, and it'll be a touchback from there. Right now, we got a moment. Why don't we pause 10 seconds for station identification? This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network.
Drive and 1-yard touchdown punt by
11:03 on the game clock, third quarter, and Alabama a commanding 35-0 lead over Eastern Illinois. -1 rushing yards officially when you factor in the sack yardage that Alabama's had with their 2 sacks today. EIU will hand it off up the gut. There is nowhere to go. They tried to shift a tight end over to give an extra blocker, but Edric Hill leading the charge blew everything up from the get-go, Tyler.
I don't think he was touched coming through the line of scrimmage. He wrapped up the defender, and there was no opportunity for the running back.
I misspoke. I think I said 94. It was actually 24, Noah Carter. My mistake there is Carter able to come in and make the stop with 10:28 ticking to go here in the third. Play action, rolling to his right is Wolf, and he will dump it off, and they'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and not much more than that. Kellum able to make the grab. A number of guys there, including linebacker Luke Metz, making the stop for the Crimson Tide.
Luke plays a lot of special teams for Alabama on kick coverage. Now sliding into that linebacker position, doing a good job inside out, making sure that there's no big gain on the short dump.
Chuck McDonald III among the DBs out there for Alabama is, again, EIU's only, I think, 1 of 9 on third down so far. They swing it out near side quickly, incomplete. It was going to be shy of the first down, even if Darius Smith had made the grab, but couldn't reel it in, and once more, the Panthers will have to punt it away.
Interesting there, just to run a 5-yard out on 3rd and 11, 6-yard out. It would have been well short of the first down as Chuck McDonald was in coverage.
Just don't think they feel like they can block anything more than a second.
True. Probably true.
If that long. Here's Mason Miller to punt it away, and they haven't been able to block Keeley. He could have had 6 blocks, I think, in this one, as the punt will hit at the 36 and will roll all the way inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line. That's one of the rare occasions you'll see Cole Adams let one hit and roll dead, but no sense in risking anything right there. Timeout on the field with 9:20 to play in the third. It's Alabama 35-0 over EIU here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Alabama football all season long. This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
Huddle up, football fans. Tailgate season is here, and nobody gets you ready for the game like Academy Sports and Outdoors. Swing by your local Academy store or shop online at academy.com to find everything you need, from grills to jerseys and more. Don't forget to stop by our newest store in Birmingham on Highway 280. Fun can't lose, and neither can you. Gear up today at Academy Sports and Outdoors, proud sponsor of the Crimson Tide.
From fajitas and gumbo to grilled fillets and fried fish baskets, U.S. farm-raised catfish is the ultimate ingredient for bringing people together. It's also low in calories, high in protein, and let's face it, just really, really good. Reel in the compliments with crowd-pleasing recipes from our friends at Sweet Grown Alabama. Trust me, you can't go wrong with their simple, delicious ideas for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Learn more about U.S. farm-raised catfish today at sweetgrownalabama.org. That's sweetgrownalabama.org.
9:20 remaining in this third quarter. Alabama 35, Eastern Illinois nothing. Big shout out to Big Mike Steakhouse for taking care of our broadcast crew this season. Thank you to Big Mike, Scott, Kane, Michael, Brad, Casey, and the whole staff for all the great food and the warm Southern hospitality. Visit online at BigMikeSteakhouse.com for a Big Mike Steakhouse near you. Restaurants coming soon to Gadsden and Millbrook. You are always close to a Big Mike Steakhouse.
And we are close to seeing one of the top quarterbacks in America coming out of high school in Keelan Russell. Russell played at Duncanville High in Texas, 6'3", 195. He's 4 of 6 on the year, couple of touchdowns on the season. The #1 quarterback in ESPN's class and the number 14 player overall last year. He will hand it off near side to Lottie Brooks, trying to get to the edge and gets knocked out of bounds just shy of the 24-yard line. Tylen Foster, the linebacker, came up and made the stop after a gain of about 2.5.
You know, Alabama shows a lot of speed sweeps looks, but rarely do they hand it off to the receiver, so it's good to go ahead and get that on film that is something that we will do.
Dre Washington in the backfield to the right of Russell. He's the transfer from the University of Louisiana. Play action, swings it right side, and that is dropped and then picked up. They call it a completed pass. They did, I think, to the Crimson Tide's Watsier Brooks.
That's tough there. Jalen Mbakwe was the lead blocker on that, and he had a defender at the line of scrimmage, that DB, and that's difficult job of blocking that guy when he's so close to being able to hold up, waiting on the ball to come and be delivered.
Isaiah Hui is the man who made the stop. Houi is how it's spelled, depending on how good the play is. It might be Hui, as it has a couple of times today, just to make Roger Hoover giggle. Washington in the backfield to the right side of Russell, who gets the snap. Steps up in the pocket, fires, catch is made. Mbakwe near the 34. That'll be enough for a bank first down. Give him the extra yard to the 35 as Bama moves the 6 on a 13-yard pickup.
Go right back to the line of scrimmage once again, but nice clean protection, offensive line. Got the starter still in there. Trying to let these young quarterbacks work with a good group so they're not running for their lives.
Washington in the backfield, the 5th-year senior, by the way, out of Hemphill, Texas. He will go wide right initially, and a timeout's going to be called by Eastern Illinois. They need to talk things over. First charge timeout on the Panthers, and let's see if we're staying here or going to a commercial break. We're going to stay here, so gives us a chance to tell you the Tide's got 340 yards of total offense already, surrendering only 10 to the Panthers. Pretty balanced as well. Bama 153 yards rushing, 187 through the air. 18 first downs for Bama, just 2 to the opposition in this one, and we've run 49 plays to their 28. Awfully nice to be able to talk about today.
Yeah, been nice balanced look. Defense playing outstanding, but offensively, regardless of who's in the backfield, doing a nice job up front of protection and opening up running lanes for this Alabama rushing attack.
Washington in the backfield as Russell operates from the pistol. Trips left, tight end offset to the right, a 4-man front as they walk up a linebacker from the near edge. Handoff goes to Dre. Nice quick cutback as he'll get to the 39-yard line.
Dre Washington tackled by Samuel Robles.
Samuel Robles made the stop. That defensive end I referenced to was walking up from the edge. 2nd and 7 after a 3-yard gain. Balance with 2 wideouts each side. Russell steps up in the pocket, fires with a man on him, and gets it connected to Pritchett, the tight end. Marshall Pritchett, his 3rd grab of the season. And you got a defensive lineman down, I believe, or a defender down, I should say, for Eastern Illinois in the backfield. Tylen Foster, actually the linebacker, who is down and seems to be in a lot of pain. Corey, did you see anything there?
It's good to see Keon Russell as a freshman being able to work up in the pocket when he's feeling pressure. As a young guy, you can just tell he's got a special talent. He's going to be a good one. Just feeling that backside pressure, being able to climb up in the pocket, get the football out of there before the pressure gets to him. It's something that takes a while to learn, but a guy that seems to be pretty advanced so far.
You talked about the backside pressure. He also felt the front side pressure. He took a shot to the face mask as he was delivering the ball.
Foster is the player, again, who's injured. They're attending to him, and we'll step aside for a break as well. With 7:03 to go, 3rd quarter, Bama on top, 35-0, here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Crimson Tide football lives here. This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
Hey, Crimson Tide fans, it's college football season, and SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Hail Marys and walk-on heroes. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the action this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Alabama football games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Let's go Crimson Tide. SeatGeek.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability and versatility built in. Like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors that get the job done right. Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit your local Kubota dealer for a demo today.
Visit rolltide.com/Kubota for a list of statewide participating dealers.
Remaining in this third quarter, Alabama 35 and Eastern Illinois nothing. We salute our radio affiliate of the game. It's 95.1 FM, The Fox in Montgomery, Alabama. Follow the Crimson Tide Sports Network on Facebook. Tell us where you're listening from for a chance to win 2 free meals from Jack's. Thank you to 95.1 FM, The Fox in Montgomery, Alabama for carrying Alabama football this season.
Thank you, Roger. As Alabama's still got most of their starters from today on the offensive line in the game, still with Caden Proctor at left guard, Caden Proctor at left guard. Parker Brailsford out today, and that means Gino Vandermark is the center. We got Jaden Robertson at right guard at the moment, and Michael Carroll at right tackle. We've seen Formby at right guard a good bit today as well. Dre Washington behind Keelan Russell, who operates from the pistol formation. On 1st and 10, Russell with time, looking downfield, fires effortlessly, catch is made by the tight end Edwards. He's got another bank first down inside the 25-yard line of EIU.
Caleb Edwards working for that tight end position. He goes on a little corner route. You have Jalen Hill on a post route. It's like a deep scissors concept. A lot of quarterbacks would try to force that post route. Keon Keeley reads the safety, hits the tight end down the sideline. Nice throw.
24 yards on the pickup. 2 men wide to each side. Roger, they're not going to let us sit together anymore. Russell hands it off to Washington, who gets to the edge, cuts it inside the 20 to the 15, and finally brought down at the 10-yard line. Another nice first down pickup as Rico Scott was blocking downfield. So too the tight end Jay Lindsey. One more bank first down inside that Chick-fil-A red zone. Trips to the right of the formation. Single wide out left is Jalen Hale. Washington to the left of Russell, who looks to the Bama sideline to get the signal. Getting the snap. Russell handing it off. Washington making a couple of men miss before he puts a foot in the ground and cuts it back on the right side and gets to the line of scrimmage, but not much more.
Eastern Illinois actually able to get a little bit of pressure for the first time today up the middle and force Washington to bounce that out to the right side. And doing a really nice job of picking up positive yardage.
Drake Van Hefty, the defensive end, making a stop.
Goal to go at the 8.
2nd and goal from the 8-yard line. Rico Scott, one of 3 men wide right. Empty set right now initially for Russell. Now he'll bring Washington in to his left. Operating from the pistol again. Hands it off to Washington to the 5 and cut down as he gets to about the 4-yard line. A nice run again, setting up 3rd and goal inside the 5.
You got to think we're running twice here to Washington, don't you?
Wouldn't be shocked.
He's worked pretty hard to get us inside the 5.
Peter Knudsen, the tight end, on the field, helping to block on that previous play. On 3rd and goal from the 3. Russell with Washington to his right in the pistol. Hands it off to him, and he'll get stacked up. A flag comes in. Let's see who that's going to be on.
Jaden Roberts. It's going to get a hold here.
There's a flag on the field.
Holding on the offense, number 77.
He just took that defensive tackle and just slammed him to the ground.
Yeah, Alton Jefferson is the man you're referencing, and let's see if they're going to decline this one. I bet they do, because it'll be 4th and goal from the 3.
Holding on the offense, number 77. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
Good job, Chris.
Just a guess.
We're still going to go for it, aren't we?
It looks as though we will. Kalen DeBoer saying, let's go here. Cole Adams, Marshall Pritchett will check into the game for the Crimson Tide. Bama's 1 for 1 on 4th down so far. And again, from the 4-yard line, 4th and goal, Bama. Trying to add to their 35-0 advantage here with 4 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Russell getting the snap, looking, firing. It is tipped and incomplete. Nice play by EIU. It looked like T.N. Fridge. It was indeed the nickelback who got a hand on the football, and the Panthers turned the Tide away. They'll take over inside their own 5.
I think that's a lot going on. The snap was a little bit lower. He had to take his eyes off of what the defense was doing, but still setting up shot nice.
So the Panthers start off first and 10 from their own 4.
4-yard line. It's 1st down.
Yep, thank you. Charles Kellum in the backfield, standing in his own end zone. So too his quarterback. That is Wolf. A yard deep into the end zone, waiting on the shotgun snap. Gets it. They'll hand it off, and they'll get to the line of scrimmage and a couple of yards more. Actually, may have gotten 4 on that play up to the 10-yard line. Luke Metz making the stop for Bama, the Georgia native out of Mill Creek High School. 2nd down and really 4 coming as they got good yardage on 1st down. They'll bring a man in motion, bring him in tight to the right side, hand it off and try to get to the edge, and Bama with a whole host of crimson jerseys there to stack him up shy of that 1st down mark. Charles Kellum gets a couple on the play. McDonald among those. There on the stop. Chuck McDonald the 3rd. The young man getting a good many snaps here in half number 2. Panthers 1 of 8 officially on 3rd downs. And it's 3rd down at about 3. They'll hand it off, and there is nowhere to go. Great job of stacking things up right from the start for Alabama. Colby Peavy getting his name called for the first time this season for the Crimson Tide. Peavy, the defensive back and a junior from Monroeville, Alabama. Played at Excel High School. Friends down in Monroeville. Tuned in, hearing one of the local guys get on the field and make a big play for the Tide as Adams will field it at the 45 of EIU and gets to the 40. It'll be 1st and 10 from there for the Crimson Tide, and we'll keep it here as Austin Mack will come back to the huddle for the Bama sidelines. His 2nd drive of half number 2. I was at practice Thursday and saw these two guys working a lot, both Russell and Mack, anticipating the opportunity that could come in a game like this.
And I like how we're going every other possession here. Yep. You're swapping them out, giving them meaningful snaps. You don't want a guy coming in with 6 minutes to go, just handing the football off. That doesn't develop him.
So trips to the left of the formation, 2 men to the right side for Alabama, and as usual, they will shift out of it, facing a 4-man front. Kevin Riley is the running back for Alabama here. And some new faces along that offensive front we'll tell you about in a moment. Mack, plenty of time, fires near side to his tight end, catch is made around the 35. And again, that's Dalton making the catch. I believe that's his 3rd carry in this ball game. Trying to give you some names along the front. Jackson Lloyd, I think, is in there, a freshman from Carmel, California. I think Ayanada is in. Also, Olaus Alinen, greatest Bama football player ever from Finland. checks in. We got a flag as Bama will have a free play. Looking deep. Got a man. That is going to be incomplete as they're trying to connect with Meadows, and 2 flags come in back there. Isaiah Huey, the corner, is the man that's probably going to be guilty of pass interference, trying to stay with Derek Meadows.
So you got offsides and pass interference against EIU. And I wish I'd heard you say that earlier so that I didn't have to continue to say the long. Eastern Illinois University.
There are 2 fouls on the play, both by the defense. Offside on the defense, number 91. That penalty has been declined. Pass interference on the defense, number 23. That penalty will be enforced 15 yards from the previous spot. Carries an automatic first down.
I'll say it now because we've all been thinking it. EIU today, EIEIO on Saturday of next week. 1:14 to go here in the third. It's a joke, people. First penalty, 15 yards on Eastern Illinois.
Not allowed to joke anymore in today's
can't
world.
joke anyway. You're right.
Can't have a sense of humor.
They know me down there. They know it mean no harm. A lot of friends down there. Just not from kickoff to final whistle. 35-0 Bama here. As stepping up is Mack. He will run it to the 15 to the 10. Mack to the 5. Back to the corner. Touchdown, Alabama. Austin Mack, a 20-yard touchdown run to give Alabama a 41-0 lead.
Yeah, pretty good wheels right there by Austin Mack. Looking like what we've seen a lot here recently in the previous couple of years. Just stepping up hard in the pocket, realizing that all the DBs had vacated. Down around the goal line and uses his speed to get to the edge of the end zone. Didn't realize he could run that fast.
Talty on to try another extra point for the Crimson Tide. That's pretty fast, but he's also 6'6". He don't have to take that many strides. Snap and spot and kick. All good. And Alabama increases its lead. Now 42-0 with 1:05 to go as we look at another Bromberg's scoring drive recap. Just 2 plays, 40 yards, 47 seconds going off the clock, and the methodical dismantling of the Panthers from Eastern Illinois taking place as expected, but minus a couple of miscues and not necessarily, well, yeah, turnovers, I guess, would be the case, but nothing that you go, oh, good grief, how did we do that?
Yeah, the mindset has been where it needed to be here today for these players. They've done a nice job of coming out, making sure they're focused on what they need to improve on. And we, you heard Coach DeBoer talk right before half about understanding the situation. That's another learning opportunity for Ty Simpson to be able to do a better job in the 2-minute, which is something that he's done a really nice job of all season long, but didn't perform then. That's fine. Learn from it, move on. But these young guys getting an opportunity to play, playing at a high level right now, building some confidence for the future.
Notaro on to kick off again for Alabama, as he's done a couple of times this half. Boots that one away. Short kick that's going to be fielded right at the goal line and returned. It did. It checked right at the goal line and trying to get to the edge, but run out of bounds around the 14-yard line. Will be Pearson, I believe.
That's like the worst thing a kick returner can do is allow that ball to hit inside the 5-yard line, because at that point,
who knows?
And it checked up, so he couldn't let it go because it's a live ball.
Peavy making the stop for the Crimson Tide. As again, we've got 1 minute exactly to go here in the third quarter of play. A 42-0 Alabama advantage. 426-15, the total yardage in favor of the home team here in Tuscaloosa. A tight end runs out late in Alex Genever. EIU getting set up from right around their own 11-12-yard line. Play clock down to 3 as they get the handoff and run it to the left side and pick up a yard or 2 maybe with Jakari Fleming. Second-year freshman from Georgia in Lowndes High School. 2nd and 8 upcoming. Final game of the year for the Panthers, who started off with a 3-2 record, but then had things go off track. Lost to Gardner-Webb, 21-10, and that would start a string of 6 headed towards 7 losses in a row. Final 17 seconds of this third quarter ticking away as the ball is snapped, and they do want to throw it. And they'll fire it near side, and I believe the catch was made near the first down mark. Ginever is able to make the grab on a nice pass from Wolf, but it'll be third and a couple when we come back. Third quarter in the books. We head to the fourth. It's Alabama 42-0 here in Tuscaloosa. We're back with a fourth right after this on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Game day is about big plays and big energy, but it's also about the little things. It's about the energy of a community coming together to cheer for our heroes on the field, the tireless work that goes into every game from the front gate to the 50-yard line, and making memories that last a lifetime. Alabama Power knows that dedication makes all the difference. That's why we're here to keep you moving with reliable power and the programs that help you save. Now that's big. Alabama Power, proud sponsor of the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Big Al, Rammer Jammer, and the $1 Million Band. This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
Hey Bama fans, each Tuesday and Thursday at 2 p.m. Central, join us live for Crimson Drive, driven by NASCAR. This live streaming talk show features the latest on Alabama athletics with exclusive conversations with Tide student athletes, coaches, and media members giving their perspective on the Crimson Tide. You can watch on YouTube, Facebook, and X, with all conversations archived as well on the Alabama Insider podcast. Roll Tide with Crimson Drive, driven by NASCAR.
At Alabama, you know what it takes to be the best. You don't win it all year after year by being a copycat. You do it by setting the standard, by being the original. And that's exactly what Guthrie's is, the original. The original chicken finger restaurant that started a Golden Fried dynasty. So keep the Golden Fried game day tradition alive with a gut box loaded with chicken fingers and that signature sauce. It's a winning combination every single time. Guthrie's, the original chicken finger restaurant.
Getting ready to start the fourth quarter in Tuscaloosa. Alabama 42 and Eastern Illinois nothing. Roger Hoover with a look at the Alabama Power scoreboard on this Saturday afternoon. Auburn leads Mercer 49-17 with only 2 minutes to go in the third quarter of that game. Also, it's Vanderbilt with a 10-0 lead over Kentucky with 10 minutes to go before halftime. Only a minute left in the first quarter from Austin. It's the Longhorns up 14-6 over Arkansas. Also, South Carolina with a 7-0 lead against Coastal Carolina just underway in Columbia. Earlier today in the SEC, Texas A&M improved to 11-0 with a 48-0 win over Samford. Georgia won 35-3 over Charlotte, and it was also Oklahoma a 17-6 winner over Missouri. Today's game is sponsored by Nature made to care for fans on game day and every day. The official vitamin and supplement of Alabama football. Coming to you live inside the Alabama Credit Union broadcast booth, proudly serving Alabama communities for over 67 years. But right now, let's go down to the field to our Cooks Pest Control sideline reporter Corey Reamer. Cooks Pest Control called Cooks to score superior protection from pests and termites. Corey, we're seeing a lot of new faces on this Alabama defense, but their mission's pretty simple: keep this game a shutout for this Alabama defense.
I tell you what, this defense has a lot of young guys that are some really good football players. We've seen them get some reps early on in the season, especially against Louisiana Monroe. Talking to Kane Womack earlier, he's excited about this young group of players he's got on the defensive side of the football. A lot of quick twitch athletes that are getting after him. They're playing hard. It's good to see some of these young guys get some reps. You never know when your opportunity might come up, get some game time experience like this. This is quality experience. These guys aren't taking it lightly. This is a good opportunity to go get some real live football reps, like Tyler mentioned earlier, not just going in there and handing the football off and being done with it and go to the locker room.
On third and short, they hand it off, and there is no yardage gained. Great job by the Bama defense. Again, making the stop for the Crimson Tide. Isaiah Faga is among them. Also out there, Duke Johnson II, a linebacker, able to make the stop and force the visitors from Charleston, Illinois, to punt it again. New punter in there, Aaron Rice. to kick it away. Cole Adams, the deep man. Bama chose not to put a big rush on, as Adams will make the fair catch on a booming punt that is caught at the 35-yard line. So a nice job on the 45-yard punt. First effort from Rice. Likely to be their punter next year, at least the leader going into camp, a 6'5", 200-pounder out of Napierville, Illinois. Not that I've spent a lot of time studying their future depth chart or where they are in the recruiting angles at punter for EIU. Just a guess. 14-19, time left. Bama with Keelan Russell at quarterback again. He will roll the pocket right. Russell looking, now he's going to tuck it and run, and he's going to get shoved out of bounds, but not until he picked up about 7 yards on that play. And boy, not only are we well aware of the arm strength, we saw the speed and the quick decision making to tuck that one and run.
Yeah, you kind of forgot that as he booted out of there and started going towards the line of scrimmage. Man can move right there. Next thing you know, you look up and his second down and 3.
Not exactly lining up to hit him at 6'3", 195 either. He will hand it off, and cutting up in the middle of the pile, I think that was Kevin Riley, and Butch says it is, which is the gospel as far as I'm concerned when it comes to who made a carry.
So you talked earlier on the previous possession about pretty much a new offensive line has now checked in. Of course, Jaden Roberts has missed a lot of games this season with some injuries. He is the lone starter that has remained in the game.
Jackson Lloyd's a tackle on the right side for Alabama. Ionata is the center again. Handoff goes up the middle, and good running room for a bank first down from Kevin Riley. About 5. According to Tony, that's good enough for me as the clock moves under 13 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Now we're going to slow the pace of play down a little bit, huddle up, start burning a little clock.
I don't think anybody here is going to argue with that. A.K. Deere in the backfield to the left of Russell. 2 wideouts left, 2 right. Snap goes to Keelan. Plenty of time, throws left side, catch is made. Adams fighting near a first down, and I'm not sure if he got there or not, but it was really close.
Went in and gave it to him.
Yep. Isaiah Huey is the one that shoved him out of bounds. 11-yard pickup. We would have reviewed this one likely 6 times in a tighter ball game, and I would have understood, but I'm really glad they didn't right there. Trips right for Russell as he lines up Deere to his left flank. Hands it off to AK, makes one man miss, and then fights forward for a gain of a yard, maybe 2 as he gets to the 40. The boss is here. Everybody behave. Senior Vice President, General Manager of the Crimson Tide Sports Network, Jim Carabin, doing his best to keep us in check, or more than likely stirring up trouble himself. From the 39 of the Panthers on 2nd and 8, Russell stepping up in the pocket, looking, tucks it, he'll run. He'll get a first down and get upended and stays, I started to say on his feet, no, but stays thankfully intact. Yeah, stays intact as he gets to the 30. A bank first down, and I think Butch is just messing with me. Isaiah, he makes another hit for the Panthers.
I think this is one where you go back and watch it in film and you're like, hey, let's just throw it to the tight end.
Yeah.
Let him take that shot.
MJ Chergwin checks in for Alabama. Had a touchdown grab earlier from Russell as the handoff goes to Richard Young. Good to see him. It's been a while since we've seen number 9 get a carry, but Richard picks up 9 yards on the play. Young at 5'11", 212, third-year sophomore out of Lehigh Acres, Florida. 20th carry of the year for over 55 yards now. He's got a touchdown to his credit. 2nd and 1. And we got a timeout. No procedure on Alabama. I think that's only our 2nd flag of the day. And it's a receiver.
Yeah, Jalen Hill.
Man.
You got to check out after you do that.
Yeah, you do. Third penalty, Butch tells me. So 2nd and 6 upcoming. Two wideouts left. One to the right, the tight end offset to the right. Now he comes wide to the near side. Russell looking on a slant. It's overthrown. He was trying to connect, I believe, with Sherwin.
Had him on a seam route, and that's what he saw. Rotation of the secondary, which left the slot receiver, Sherwin, kind of open on the seam, and he just overshot him. You got to hit that window before 15 yards, and the ball sailed on him here.
So 3rd down and 6 for the Crimson Tide. One of the tight ends, Marshall Pritchett, one of 3 men wide left. One to the right side as Russell will get the snap. Keelan firing, catch is made. That's Pritchett. He's got the bank first down and more. Stretching forward to the 15 as the Tide again works inside the Chick-fil-A red zone on a 9-yard pickup.
Pritchett in that big frame. You got to love a tall tight end who can go up high and get the ball. Now, this ball's not thrown over his head by any means. But even if you do sell it just a hair, it's still going to hit him in the face mask.
Turgwin to the near side, one of 3 men in the formation. And they almost jumped. Thankfully, we didn't snap it. I say that because there's no need to stop the clock again, please. 9:25 and ticking. Time left here in the fourth quarter, excuse me, as they'll swing it out near side to Pritchett, setting up the screen for him, and he'll get inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. Among the men trying to throw a block for him there. Looked like Jay Loper Jr. at wideout was among those doing so. Jade Lindsey will check in at tight end as well for Bama.
2nd and 2 at the 7.
2nd and 2 from the 7. Russell with a running back to his right. Gets a snap and will hand it off. Young trying to bust it up the middle. We'll get to the 5. That's going to be just shy of the first down. It'll be 3rd and 1. Tylen Foster saved the first down and maybe more.
The defender coming in low, as he had to hurdle him. As a result, wasn't able to really deliver a lick.
Bama hurries to the line of scrimmage. We got a player down, though, for the Crimson Tide. One of the linemen.
Is that Ionata?
I think it is. That's your backup right now, center Joseph Ionata. Corey, what are you seeing?
Yeah, Ionata just got his rolled up by Jaden Roberts right there, both of them blocking, and Roberts ends up on the back of his legs, rolls him up on that tackle right there. He was limping. He was struggling to get up, working on that lower leg right now. Hopefully he's all right. Hopefully it's not a knee.
As they do so, we'll step aside. We've got 8:13 to play in Tuscaloosa. Bama on top 42-0 over Eastern Illinois. Here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check if they're going for it on 4th down before going to the concession stand.
Yeah, give me 3 hot dogs, 2 jumbo touchdown, baby! What?
Hey, buddy, you want cheese with those? Yeah, checking first is smart.
No.
So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
It is good! This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
At Alabama, you know what it takes to be the best. You don't win it all year after year by being a copycat. You do it by setting the standard, by being the original. And that's exactly what Guthrie's is, the original. The original chicken finger restaurant that started a Golden Fried dynasty. So keep the Golden Fried Game Day tradition alive with a gut box loaded with chicken fingers and that signature sauce. It's a winning combination every single time. Guthrie's, the original chicken finger restaurant.
Hey, college football fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fans section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
8:13 remaining in this game. Crimson Tide with a 42-0 lead against Eastern Illinois. Best move of the game presented by Old Dominion Freight Line. They work hard to be the best in the game. Proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. How about the Crimson Tide rushing the football? That's been questioned over this past week, but 231 yards on the ground, 6 touchdowns, maybe one more coming up here, Chris.
Maybe indeed. Roger Hoover, third about a foot for Alabama. Just outside the 5 of Eastern Illinois. Young in the backfield to the right of Russell. Hands off. Goes to him. He'll get inside the 5. Almost got into the end zone, but is cut down around the 2.
Oh, his head came down. He kind of lost his balance as he fought through a couple of arm tackles to pick up the first down. Thought he had a chance there to go ahead and get the touchdown.
We'll spot him back outside the 2. First and goal. Getting deep inside that Chick-fil-A red zone. Another bank first down for Bama. Handoff to Young. Walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. 48-0 now the score with 7:34 left to play in this one.
They had nothing fancy inside the 5 pretty much all day long. This Alabama offensive line, regardless of who's been in there, has just been able to push these guys from Eastern Illinois around.
Nataro will handle the placement, handle the PAT. Tucker Cornelius is the holder. And looks like David Bird's going to be the snapper. Snap and spot are good. And the kick is up, and it is good. And thanks, guys. Reed Schubach is the kicker. I apologize. I was thinking 9-7, thinking 3-7, but it was 9-7. Sorry about that, Reed. Nice kick on the placement. Alabama makes it a 49-0 lead. Your Bromberg scoring drive recap. Richard Young with a touchdown, capping a 13-play, 65-yard drive that took 6 minutes and 45 seconds off the game clock. And again, Reed Schubach with the extra point. Stepping aside and back to Tuscaloosa in a moment for the final 7:34 here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Kohl's has 20% off gifts that are so good, your family might think you read their minds. Check off your list now with cozy, thoughtful, and stylish gifts that will make them say, "How did you know?" Yep, with these presents from Kohl's, you're going to leave them feeling impressed and convinced that you're a psychic. Shop Kohl's for an extra 20% off gifts that are the perfect fit. Select styles. Offer ends November 22nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Planning a tailgate in the quad before the big game? Watching with friends at home? Sack the stress of what to serve and make Fusakli's part of your game plan. Whether you want to roll on through the drive-thru or order from the Foo app, we've got you covered. Our hand-battered chicken fingers, house-made sauces, and gallons of fresh squeezed lemonade are the perfect play call for your party. So, before kickoff, remember that football starts with Foo. Fusakli's, proud partner of the Crimson Tide.
7:30 6:34 remaining. It's Alabama 49, Eastern Illinois nothing. Today's game sponsored by Nature Made, made to care for fans on game day and every day, the official vitamin and supplement of Alabama football.
Reed Schubach to kick it off for Alabama. Two men deep as usual for Eastern Illinois. And fair catch will be called for and made. 3 yards deep into the end zone. Good kick from Reed. As again, Eastern Illinois trailing Alabama 49-0. We'll start off 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. 6:30 next weekend is the kick time. 3:30 our airtime on the network. Corey Rimmer, got a bunch of new folks out there.
Yeah, you can tell the sideline, there's not a single person sitting on the bench over here. Everybody's crowded up watching this group that's out there. A lot of new faces. Trying to figure out which ones they are, but there's a lot of guys on the sideline that are cheering right now, excited to see some of these guys play.
We're going to get as many names as we can for you. We'll tell you a new name for EIU. It's Brady Ford at quarterback as they hand it off right up the gut. Jay Pearson getting that carry. Ivan Taylor, who we've talked about earlier, among those on the field for Alabama. Also, can't get you a couple of more. Lane Wisenhunt, a linebacker. Let's see who else. Fine. Grant Johnson, a linebacker, out there for the Tide.
You got Walter Sansing.
Prince Butler. Hayden Yates. Another one, I'm told, as the handoff goes right side, and a flag's going to come in. Is getting ridden out of bounds was Pearson.
Jay Pearson getting out of bounds across the 30. There's a flag on the field.
I think the man that made the stop was Peyton Yates.
Illegal formation on the offense, more than 4 in the backfield. That's a 5-yard penalty with a replay of 2nd down.
Just their second penalty for 20 yards today.
I swear I just heard Freddie Roach, defensive line coach from up here.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did, partner. Let's see who else we got out there.
2nd down, 11 yards to go at the 24.
Told you earlier, I think Prince Butler is out there. As they'll run it up the gut with Pearson.
Fatatua Henry in on the tackle. I was scared of his name a week ago, but I am not anymore.
I'm so proud of you for the effort. All right, Steve Bolo.
4 yards on the play.
Mbumwa. Steve Bolo Mbumwa.
Now, he's a big body defensive line.
Well, he needs it for the name.
That I know that they want to continue to develop as the next wave of defensive guys on this defensive line.
3rd down and 8 upcoming. Third and 8 from the 28 as they run it up the gut. And the Tide able to get the stop. Butler was among those making the stop. Henry Tuatoa making the stop as Henry Fatua. We'll get it right in a minute. That's my fault. Corey, we're coming to you in a moment. The punt to Dijon Lee, who's waiting back at his 20, is going to be returned to the 25, to the 30, to the 40, and gets upended as he gets to the 45-yard line. A nice return by Lee.
Dijon Lee on the return for Alabama.
As we've come to another media timeout. 4:56 to go. And why not? Little Dixieland delight on an Alabama Saturday afternoon with the Tide rolling 49-0 over Eastern Illinois here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Tide fans, let's take a 30-second time out for a quick mental getaway to Pensacola.
sugar white sands, crystal clear waters. Remember, your perfect getaway is just a short drive away. So hit the road for the ultimate time out from the hustle and bustle. Fresh seafood, stunning sunsets, and relaxing beaches. All waiting for you in Pensacola. Saturdays with the tide and any day with your toes in the sand. That's the way to beach. Plan your getaway at visitpensacola.com.
Roll Tide. Alabama wins it. This is Alabama Crimson Tide football from Learfield.
1225 is your ultimate game day destination. Catch the game on one of their 35 big screen high-def TVs, combined with an extensive menu of mouth-watering food and refreshing drinks. Juicy burgers, crispy wings, craft beers, signature cocktails. 1225, where the energy is high, the screens are massive, and the excitement is contagious. Visit 1225 on the Strip in Tuscaloosa, less than 2 blocks from Bryant-Denny Stadium. 1225 Sports Bar, where sports, food, and fun collide.
This season, honor the win and the West in Tecovas. Whether you're in the stands or out celebrating after a big win, Tecovas Western boots are handcrafted for all-day comfort. With colors and styles that look right at home, you can show your pride from head to toe. This football season, show up in boots. Find your perfect pair at Tecovas.com or one of our 50 Tecovas stores from coast to coast. Tecovas, forever West.
4:56 remaining. Alabama 49, Eastern Illinois nothing. Stay with us after the game. Region's fifth quarter show. Coach DeBoer's press conference live, powered by Tri-Green Equipment. Again, final time in the regular season. Dixieland Delight at Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
Crimson Tide with 4:56 to go. Thoroughly enjoying their 49-0 advantage. And Tyler Watts, so far, about as much as you could have asked for from this squad today.
Yeah, I think coming in, and Corey hit the nail on the head early on. The focus was there, determination, defensively especially, of just absolutely dominating, getting after your opponent. They haven't given up much on the ground or even through the air, only a couple of first downs. So impressive performance all the way around.
Corey?
Yeah, one thing Kane Womack was talking about when I was on the sideline down here, he's still not happy that they're losing in the turnover battle, but one thing from that last drive, Steve Bolo and Bumo, we better learn how to say his name. I feel like he's going to be a player for us in the future.
It's always good to have homework. Austin Mack at quarterback, bringing a man in motion to the near side. Dre Washington is the running back to his right. And may have taken too long. Yeah, play clock at 0.
Delay of game on the offense, 5-yard penalty. Who makes first down?
See, and those are the things, though, that regardless of the score, drive you nuts as a coordinator and the head coach. You know, it always trickles down, get the play in, let's get something called, and let's run it.
Especially right after a timeout. Jay Loper Jr., one of the receivers out there for the Tide. He'll come in motion to the near side of the field as Mack waits. Now we'll clap his hands. Play action, swing it near side. Catch is made by Chergwin, and MJ will make a man miss and work forward for about 8 or 9 yards. Second grab of the year for MJ. Had a 20-yard touchdown earlier in the season.
Boy, it's a nice juke on the sideline. He faked to the outside, back to the inside before he went down the sideline.
Fifth-year senior out of Huntington Beach, California. Good athlete. Chergwin coming in motion to the near side. Handoff will go to Washington. Looks like a face mask there. It is. And that will give us some additional yardage.
I don't know that the face mask was actually grabbed, but his helmet turned sideways.
Yeah, when the face mask is on the back of his neck.
Defense number 48. 15-yard penalty will be enforced from the previous spot and carries an automatic first down.
You heard the instructions there from Lee Hedrick, our official today. New quarterback in the game, and how about this? Cade Carruth getting a snap at quarterback for the Crimson Tide. Trustful product.
First and 10, Alabama.
Great opportunity for him. Talked to his father earlier today, former player at Ole Miss. Of course, his uncle, Paul Caruth, played here as well, and Caruth will keep it inside the 25 to the 24-yard line, wearing his uncle's old number at the University of Alabama, number 16.
First down.
That is fantastic. Saw his dad on the way into the stadium. Was hopeful he'll get an opportunity. He did, and now here is John Garazinga, fifth quarterback of the day for the Crimson Tide, with A.K. Deer in the backfield. Garazinga, freshman. He's about 6'6" himself. No, 6'7" actually. Handoff goes to Deer, left side, and he'll fight forward. He'll get 8 yards. As Bama is close to another bank first down. Jackson Lloyd was the man running interference. Boy, there are a ton of linemen getting run in and out. At this point, Butch is working like crazy to help me get names. How about Graham Roten? Great young man getting an opportunity. Former walk-on. Casey Poe is out there. Alex Rozier, the center. We talk about him a lot in placements, but getting to line up at center from scrimmage. I think it's Caruth that's back in there now for the Tide. It is, actually, as the handoff goes to Deer. And my mistake. It was Gazaniga again on the carry, or on the handoff, I should say. And the Tide gets another bank first down inside the Chick-fil-A red zone.
First and 10 inside the 12.
First and 10 inside the 12 for the Crimson Tide. 2:20 to go. Deer right up the middle, stumbles as he gets down at about the 5, maybe the 6-yard line. And probably the last snap before the 2-minute timeout. Let's see if we hurry and try to get one off in time. I don't think we'll be able to. And we won't. And that'll bring us to our final media timeout of the fourth quarter. 2 minutes exactly to go. 49-0. Alabama on top. Can we hit the half-century mark? We'll find out when we return on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, college football fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey Bama Nation, welcome to Shoe Station, your go-to destination for top brands and trending styles you love. With more than 100 stores across the Southeast, you'll find over 30,000 styles from Hoka, Birkenstock, Hey Dude, Brooks, Crocs, and more. Whether you're gearing up for game day or casual comforts on campus, Shoe Station has the perfect pair waiting. There's always something new to explore, so find your nearest Shoe Station and shop the latest arrivals. Stop by today and see what's waiting for you.
What's up, Alabama? This is Ron Williams reminding you that the best offense against termites, mosquitoes, and other pests is Cook's Pest Control. I run routes and make catches on the field, but off the field, I trust Cooks to catch what I can't. Fast, precise, always getting the job done right, just like me. That's pest control you can trust. Call Cooks today for your free inspection. Roll Tide.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie Cook's Pest Control.
Minutes to go in this game. Alabama 49, Eastern Illinois nothing. Stay with us after the ball game for the region's fifth quarter show and the post-game press conference with head coach Kalen DeBoer. It's brought to you by Tri-Green Equipment. Alabama tradition runs deep, just like our football team. Tri-Green stands the test of time in Alabama hometowns with lawn and land care equipment and support you can count on. Visit TriGreenEquipment.com and Roll Tide. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network.
John Gazaniga, as I keep swinging till I get it right, at quarterback for the Crimson Tide. 6'7", 252, the freshman out of Rancho Santa Margarita, California.
For Alabama, second down, 4 yards to go.
Had your attention at Margarita, didn't it?
Just thinking how you abbreviate that on like an envelope. Got to be some sort of abbreviation. It's way too long.
Send an email. Handoff will go to Deere. Nope. Gazaniga's going to keep it himself, and all 6'7" of him will rumble to the 5-yard line. It will be 3rd and goal from right there. 1:45 and ticking.
With 8 yards to go at number 5, it's 3rd down.
They can't pick up a first down without a touchdown. Deere behind Gazaniga. 2 tight ends shifting to the left side for Alabama. Gazaniga gets the snap, hands it off to Deere, makes a man miss and walks into the end zone for an Alabama touchdown.
Boy.
Great read by Deere and good blocking up front. The 5-yard touchdown gives Alabama a 55-0 lead with 1:15 to go.
Now, obviously, everybody wants to score a touchdown, but I've never seen a group of offensive linemen get as excited as what just happened. Second and third teamers coming in, dominating there at the line of scrimmage, and they were fired up because that is their touchdown.
Tucker Cornelius on to try the extra point. It's up, and it is good. And thank you for that, Roger Hoover. Cornelius with the extra point, a sophomore at 6'3", 195, from right here in Tuscaloosa, played at Northridge High School. His first point in an Alabama uniform, booting through the extra point as the Tide takes a 56-0 lead with 1:15 to go. Partner, it's about all we could have asked for today.
I would agree. I mean, you were rotating through a lot of younger players early in this game. I don't know if that was just the mindset, hey, go out there, play your hardest, and we're going to play as many people as we possibly can. But that's kind of been the mantra of this football team all season long is you put the work in and we trust you to do your job, you're going to get an opportunity to play. And we have seen that across the board on both sides of the ball, and it is fun for us, obviously, the parents, fans, most importantly, those players out there that get an opportunity to play here in the stadium.
Jesse Washington, the third out there in kick coverage as well. As Schuback will kick it into the end zone for another touchdown, his second touchback on a kickoff today for the Crimson Tide. Couldn't tell if it was Jesse Washington the third or London Hill. I think it was Washington the third who was out there on kick coverage. No harm in calling both names, who we don't get a chance to mention very frequently during the year. Let's see who else we got out there. J.D. Baird at linebacker for the Crimson Tide. Get in on this next opportunity for Alabama. And also Duke Johnson the second at a linebacker. As the Panthers, with 1:15 to go, will hand it off up the middle, and they'll get a couple of yards on the play. Not much there. As again, more young men get an opportunity for Alabama. Lane Wisenhunt, a linebacker we mentioned earlier, gets credit with a stop. And at quarterback,
Joey Sprinkle.
Yeah, it is.
The tight end.
Wow.
Why not?
Why not? They said they would sprinkle some guys in at quarterback, but we did not know.
Just do that.
But we didn't know that's exactly what they meant. 2nd and 9. I'll be here all night. Try the veal. Handoff goes right side, and Chris Caldwell able to get back to the line of scrimmage. I blame you. If you'd left it alone, I never would have noticed him. You're the one that placed that on the tee with the final 15 seconds ready to tick away, and I think EIU is going to just let the final seconds tick away, and probably good for everybody. 55, check that, 56-0, your final. Alabama wins its final regular season home game in Tuscaloosa. We could be back here in the playoffs, but the 8 rushing touchdowns for Alabama, Roger tells me, the most for an Alabama football team since 1979. Coach Bryant's squad against Vanderbilt had 8 rushing TDs that day, and Kalen DeBoer's Tide does that today, and in the process goes for 269 yards on the ground. How about 270 through the air, as balanced as you could be, in rolling to the big win over Eastern Illinois. We'll see you next week on the Plains, and Roger will drive the ship the rest of the way. I'm headed to the locker room to talk with Coach DeBoer, and you'll hear his thoughts coming up later in our post-game coverage. Bama a winner, 56-0 over Eastern Illinois, improving to 9-2 on the year. Still 6-1 in SEC play, and the Panthers end at 3-9. We're back after this on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield.
Tide fans, let's take a 30-second time out for a quick mental getaway to Pensacola. Sugar white sands, crystal clear waters. Remember, your perfect getaway is just a short drive away. So hit the road for the ultimate time out from the hustle and bustle. Fresh seafood, stunning sunsets, and relaxing beaches. All waiting for you in Pensacola. Saturdays with the Tide and any day with your toes in the sand. That's the way to beach. Plan your getaway at visitpensacola.com.
In football, a triple threat is a player who can do it all. For